Anyway, is he on there? Can I talk to him?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
I'm just practicing, yeah.
He's just cleaning his torso.
I was just cleaning out my pipes.
I was in
Is this true now? You just don't leave this hanging now. You're telling everybody that Gildy is bailed out?
It's obvious. I mean, the guy just, he pulled a no-show. I mean, he just did it. I mean, who just doesn't show?
A guy that can't handle his partner anymore.
Probably, and he's probably off having an interview. He's probably in Los Angeles as we speak.
You do understand that since Howard started, which is a year ago, March, since he started, Gildy was the only one that held on, for self-preservation's sake, I guess. And he finally just ran out of patience.
His wife stopped smiling. She used to smile. I saw her at the golf tournament. She looked like she had barbed wire on her lips.
She had a sour look on her face.
I think she met me, and her forehead had a red light going off like a hooker house.
So what does this mean? So how does this bode for next week now? What's the schedule going to be? You going to come in early now and hold Mo's hand? Because the old man, you got to get up 3 a.m. He can't cut the whole 3 hours alone.
I think he hates everybody. All I know is that I want free beer at his Jewish golf club. That's all. I go out there. I just want to play free golf.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Well, I guarantee you, the minute you walk in the door, boy, his face is going to light up like a goddamn pinball machine.
Can you see? Tomorrow I'm going to a Ford dealership. I'm going to look like a big chocolate dildo sitting in a car dealer for 2 hours. What am I going to do there? I'm going to try to kidnap children or something.
You notice how he's changing the subject, but that's okay.
No, listen, I don't want...
This is good. This is good. Build up a little suspense for Monday, and the audience can tune in and find out who shows up.
Why don't you come home or something? Why are you in, that 70-cent whorehouse up there? Get your ass back down here and hang out with me.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because what is the deal? I love it. I'm jealous. You've got the life of Riley.
Well, your psychic powers are kicking in because I'll be seeing you on Monday.
So my pirate... Is he coming down here?
Yeah.
Oh, that is sweet. So my Pirates...
Just to see you.
My Pirates were up there this week?
Yeah, got their asses kicked.
Well, who doesn't kick the Pirates' ass?
And the best news of it is that you don't even know this yet. 7th inning stretch of that game is it the 22nd?
Yeah.
That you're giving the tickets away. They hate the Mets night. 7th inning stretch, that's the night that right at home plate, the Beast is going to get down all fours, and Clarence is going to mount the Beast right in the middle of the Marlins.
You got some nasty pictures of all four of Mo in that website of yours. That is some horny stuff. I'm throwing out the first pitch on the 22nd, which is Sunday, I think. But I'm doing the Wednesday night, I hate the Mets night, and then my next event's going to be I'm throwing out the first pitch Sunday, and then the following week the Braves are in, I'm having John Smoltz's Jesus night. So, I'm the only one that's ever going to be... I know what you think of the Marlins. I listen to you, and you think it's like an abortion. But I'm telling you, I'm going to revolutionize it.
You're the new kid.
I guarantee it. You're going to see next Wednesday night. I'll have two sections.
You were doing so good right up until now, man.
I will have two sections filled.
Dream world.
Listen to me. I will have two sections filled with big, huge rack.
Well, great.
I got every whore in South Florida.
Keep giving tickets away, man. No problem. You'll fill the whole ballpark. You give it away.
I always told my mom and dad I'd have friends if I had free things to give away. Everyone's smiling.
Especially in this town, trust me.
I'm bringing the hammer. We're going to go to Tootsie's and hit on some skanky flesh from 5:30 to 7. Then we're going over to that wretched ballpark, and we're just going to decry. We're going to abuse the Mets so bad that I believe one of them will jump into the stands and commit.
You'll discover in about another week, skanky flesh is what this audience wants to hear about, not about the Marlins. But, you'll find out for yourself.
I have both ends of it covered. I got the Marlins and the skanky flesh.
That's what Clarence said. He's got both ends of it covered.
Do you think Beast will ever get laid?
No. That's why I'm trying to do this. Neither the Beast and Clarence, neither one of them can get laid in Amsterdam, and that's why we're hooking them up together.
Your studio in here is like a pharmacy. I walked through there. I went in there. I didn't even have to stand in line. There's stuff.
No, it's not like a pharmacy. It's like a restaurant now because you guys. Don't be a pussy, okay? If they put a memo out like that, tell them like this. Yeah. Don't believe that crap. Just eat what you want.
Josh Darrow's packing his bags right now, getting ready to go to Omaha to hang out with a bunch of rednecks and cow tippers.
You ever been in Omaha?
Fat chicks with no teeth.
Have you ever been in Omaha?
I'd rather be dead.
No, Omaha is actually a pretty great place. The people there are beautiful because it's that corn-fed Midwestern. I did the College World Series 5 years in a row at Hurricanes, which you probably don't even know that I used to
college
baseball.
Now explain to me, how does a college baseball coach? I don't care if he's got a 40-foot schlong. How does he make $1 million?
Jim Morris is making $1 million?
That's what everyone's telling me. This guy's a millionaire. He makes $1 million a year coaching a college team with aluminum bats.
I'll be damned.
I mean, that just makes no sense.
Don't you like the plink? It's kind of like Plinko on The Price is Right. It makes that plink.
But, I mean, up next to you, what do you make, about $5 million a year? So, like, I mean, I just don't understand how a baseball coach of any kind. Do you think Jack McKeon is actually one of Madame Trudeau's wax dolls?
He's on Social Security. Forget about that.
He's got sunflower seeds hanging on his lip.
That's why the Marlins brought him in. He works cheap. He's collecting Social Security. Well, listen, it's 4 minutes after 10.
Hey,
Have a great weekend.
Let me ask you lastly. Can you sleep with your eyes open?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
See you Monday.
All right.
Friday, you bastard.
560 WQAM presents WQAM Boot Camp. Starring Harvey Firestein as Sergeant Bill Tanner. Robert Reed as Colonel Greg Reed. Sheldon Leonard as Jeff DeForest. And Andy Dick as Private Duff Lindsay.
What's your problem, Lindsay?
I can't get my headlights straight.
What? Get out there on the grinder.
Okay. What?
I mean, yes, sir. Step nimbly on those heels, sister.
100. 100.
Hey, bud, I got a hot dip on the fourth
Leave me
base.
alone, Defo.
I heard that, Private Depot.
Hiya, Sarge.
Report to Colonel Reed's office on the double.
Why, certainly. Reporting as ordered, Colonel Reed.
Well, at ease, Private.
Thanks, sir.
Now look, there's a mole in the company.
A mole, sir?
Yes, and I'd like to know who that might be.
Well, I think it's you, sir.
Oh, no. They'll never know it's me. I'll run away, cover my eyes. That'll make me invisible. You can't find me. You can't find me.
I don't know what I've been told. Big-legged woman ain't got no soul. Jack off. Lord, hold Jack off.
Goldie. Put up with that squeaky voice, you sissy. Now drop and give me 20 push-ups.
Yes, sir.
Right now.
I'm too squeaky.
No, not that way.
No?
On top of Carol.
Ow!
Yeah. Now, if anybody wants me, I'll be in the barracks inspecting the new twins.
That sure paid off big time, didn't it? That QAM boot camp.
No.
I almost forgot about that whole episode, you know?
How could you?
I've been trying to push it back out of my mind. Kind of like the way we're pushing Mo back into the middle of the night. So we got a major development at QAM. So, and again, I'm only quoting Pharrell because we don't know. He might just be a troublemaker, although I don't think so. But Geldy evidently not only was absent this morning, but AWOL. He just called and said, I'm not coming. I'm not going to be there. Not like I'm sick, not like my wife is sick or the baby is puking green smegma, but I'm just not going to be there. And according to what I'm hearing from Beaner Boy, although I don't want to get into personalities, but Beaner Boy has been telling me that Geldy and Mo have been like at each other's throat literally on the air lately. Look, last week has gotten really intense.
The tension is palatable.
Really? In other words, it's thick. It's really thick. Seriously, I don't know what, I mean, you know, Pharrell's a hoot, but, you can't, once you give him an opening, you know? Man, he's a wild man. You just can't shut him up. Which I don't really care because it kills some good time, but we gotta get our breaks in, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we just ought to hold him over. Not.
Over what?
Flame.
A barrel?
That's going to be great watching Clarence. I want to be in town to see that when Clarence mounts the beast right at home plate.
I don't.
Get a crowd out there, I guarantee you that. Pharrell will learn the hard way, you know, giving the tickets away. Oh yeah, I'll take 6, I'll take 5. And then he'll find out that most of those people aren't going to show up anyway, even for free. They won't show up. You remember years ago, maybe It was even before your time, that thing with the Panther-Dallas game? I remember specifically it was against the Dallas Stars. And it was like, I think the second year we had a hockey team in town.
Before my time.
And it was part of the fundraising thing, and like a schmuck, I'd already given my donation, but I forked over another $1 or $2 grand, and I bought the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a whole bunch of Panther Dallas. You remember that?
Of course.
And gave them away with some difficulty, and we gave them away, and then and they were all like in one section. Go to the game, and none of the people that we gave the tickets to are there. In fact, most of the people who were sitting in the section, which was fairly empty, but the ones who were there, they didn't even know who the hell I was or what the show was all about or never heard of it. Because come to find out that what the people did when they got the tickets, a whole bunch of them sold them.
Right.
You know, like they were $30 tickets or whatever at that time. So they sold them for like $5 a piece.
Well, what would you do?
Sell them. Burn them. I mean, that's just what it is. It's a freeloading town. But, you know, you continue another month or so and then it'll wear off and he'll realize that it's a lost cause. I'm glad he's enthused about the Marlins and all that other bullcrap, but it's nobody cares. Nobody cares. If it's a bobblehead doll or something else for free, they'll be packing it. But other than that, forget about it. So Geldy may have been pushed over the edge by Mo, which would be, he would be the last holdout. Because we were talking about this before the show. Everybody else that Mo has encountered that he's worked with, first it was Carolyn, and then it was the Beast, although I understand that, and then it was, who else? I mean, everybody that's been involved with him has just run shrieking and screaming from that studio. They can't deal with him. He is impossible. And Geldy's been the holdout because he needs the job. He's got the wife and the kid. He needs that paycheck. You know about that, don't you, Beaner Boy? That paycheck. But sometimes you push people a little bit too far, and even with that squeaky voice, I mean, Geldy's been around for a while now. He can probably, you know, he's probably got some contacts. And wasn't it here just a few weeks ago that the rumor was he was out at ESPN looking for a job last time he didn't show up? Wasn't that the rumor?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a rumor.
So now Pharrell, and of course, now look at it the other way. Maybe Pharrell is hoping it might be wishful thinking because this might be the opening that he's looking for, you know? Because he might just kind of move in there between 6 and 8 and like join Mo, and then of course Mo just kind of like fade off into the woodwork after about a week of that. Huh? Well, no, he'll just beat up on the old man enough so he just won't be able to handle it anymore. And that'll be the end of that. Well, I'm guarantee you, stay tuned. Stay tuned because the QM soap opera gets more interesting by the minute. Here's our poll from yesterday. We had 1,000 some odd votes. Worst or most disappointing movie ending ever was, and I'm only going to read the ones in double digits. Blair Witch Project, boy, look at it, not even close, pulled away, 244. Matrix Reloaded, 150. Vanilla Sky, 71. Castaway, 66. AI, 52. Planet of the Apes, 51. Contact, 50. That was the Jodie Foster piece?
Yes, piece of
crap. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, 41. Signs, 35. Hannibal, 34. Last American Virgin, 31. Magnolia, 30. I don't, you did that.
Yeah, I freaked it.
No, you talked him into it. Holy Grail, 28. I mean, see, the ending in Magnolia was strange, but that wasn't the question. Worst or most disappointing ending? Strange. Bizarre.
Disappointing.
No. I thought it was very funny. What about you, Beaner Boy? Didn't you think it was very funny?
Yeah.
Unbreakable 22. Well, see, you weren't very enthusiastic the way you said that.
Come on, whip it up.
Well, I'm a little busy over here. I'm like running around from one. I got to run to the mic.
Yeah, it was great.
Unbreakable 22, Monsters Ball 19, Minority Report 19, Fight Club 16, 1 Hour Photo 16, Xanadu 15, and Donnie Darko, that was my vote, had 11. Horrible ending, just unacceptable. Okay, we got 2 polls today. Gregory Peck is dead and David Brinkley are dead.
Boy.
Same day. Oh, brother. We talked about the David Brinkley thing, and then I get off the air and I'm perusing on the internet, and I see Gregory Peck.
He died?
87. Don't you think that's a shame that we lose 2 big people like that on the same day?
Yeah, but, you know, they hadn't been active for a while.
What do you mean by that?
It's not like they're going to stop performing.
Well, first of all, you don't know David Brinkley from Christy Brinkley, number one, and number 2, Gregory Peck. Oh, I guess you did probably see some Gregory Peck movies.
Sure, as a matter of fact, that reminded me that I wanted to put Moby Dick on the movie list.
Yeah. Moby Dick?
Moby Dick.
Uh-huh.
I liked it. It was good.
As opposed to like To Kill a Mockingbird
right,
or
as
Gentleman's Agreement?
To overrated To Kill a Mockingbird.
Or Spellbound?
Right.
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick.
1013 at 560 WQAM. If you're on the Atkins diet, any other low-carb, sugar-free diet, you walk into your supermarket, they got like one half of one shelf that's got just a small handful of items that are low-carb, and the rest of the stuff in the stores, you know, are loaded with carbohydrates, and forget about it. Nothing for you to buy. That's why you love shopping at Delights of West Boca. It's the number 1 low-carb store in the universe. Over 900 low-carb, sugar-free products waiting for you at Delights of West Boca, and right now they introduce a brand new one for you. Their new low-carb instant cup of soup. All you do is add water and pop it in the microwave. A low-carb meal in a cup and over 4 delicious flavors, or check out the new Simply low-carb muffins for a quick breakfast or your own individual-sized cheesecake waiting on you, too. And the list goes on and on with low-carb hot cocoa, apple cider, blondies, and brownies. And don't forget Delight's incredible selection of low-carb pastas. Great sauces. Their pasta sauces are sensational with very, very few carbs. Dressings, chips, chocolates, and their famous Carbolite ice cream, too. Come on in, you can try everything in the store before you buy it. Delights of West Boca's got all Atkins brand products on sale all day, every day, even on Simchas Torah. Stop by and talk to their staff because they know dieting inside and out. Open every day, 10 to 10, and you'll find them on the northeast corner of Glades and 441, right next to Boston Market, not too far from Mo's house. Call them toll-free at 1-877-LOW-CARB or shop them on the web at lowcarb.com. That's Delights of West Boca. Make no mistake, it's your official Atkins Retail Center.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Want to bang you in the butt, honey.
Okay.
Michael Eisner.
2 rings, Eisner. It took you 2 rings to answer. What are you doing over there?
I'm sorry, sir. I just couldn't reach the phone quickly
I couldn't
enough.
reach the phone. 1 ring, Eisner. We've been over this.
I'm sorry, sir.
Get on the ball over there.
Okay,
What are you all hung over out with your mighty dicks?
Who, sir?
The hockey kids.
Oh, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Oh, what a successful story that's been.
Whatever. Sell it.
Sell it? What?
Sell that team. They're terrible.
Sir, they're in the Stanley Cup Finals.
What does that mean?
Well, they're in the championship of the national...
Save it. I'm not into sports anyway. I'm more of a porn mouse.
Porn mouse?
Forget about the Ducks. It's a stupid name anyway. Who came up with it?
Well, I did, sir. Remember we had that movie?
It's terrible. And I see you hanging out with that straight brim on your hat. You look like a moron next to Charlie Sheen.
No. That was Emilio Estevez, the star of the Mighty Ducks.
It's the same kid. Terrible.
The Mighty Ducks, I mean, they really are entertaining. It's a great family value.
I don't care about the dick.
What?
Hang on a minute.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God. What the hell is wrong with you, Remus?
I'm not feeling well, boss.
Oh, you're almost white.
Yeah, I'm pale, boss. Oh, had some bad Chinese.
Some bad Chinese?
Yeah, met her downtown, boss. Ling.
Ling's a panda.
Whatever, boss. I've got to go.
Oh, get away from me. You stink like a brewery. My good God. Come on, Eisner.
Yes, sir. Well, things are going very well over here. You know, we have the Mighty Ducks in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Terrible. Sell them.
And we also have the Finding Nemo movie, which is doing very, very
Finding
well.
Nemo. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Why do I have a check for $4 million on my desk and the thing made $70 million? What kind of deal do we have with Pixar?
Well, we sort of...
Remus!
Oh, I'm not.
Did you do it?
I think I pooped myself, boss.
You pooped yourself! Remus! Get out of the office, will you?
My, oh, my.
My, oh, my is
What a
wrong.
horrible day.
Oh, I need a stick up in here. Eisner?
Yes, sir?
Repeat after me. I am
an
idiot.
An idiot.
Goodbye, Eisner.
Okay, well, sir, would you like tickets for the Mighty Ducks?
I told you to sell the dicks.
Ducks?
Change the name of that thing anyway.
What, change the name?
Yeah, if we gotta keep it, make it the Mises.
The Mises? What are Mises?
Mises, more than one mouse.
Isn't that just mice?
Are you correcting me?
No, sir.
Remus, get out of here, you stink.
I can't even walk, boss.
My, oh, my. 1021 at 560 WQAM. So the first poll, we got 2 polls today. We got like part 1 and part 2. I think we ought to do that every day, don't you? Although I kid Eric a little bit bent out of shape. That shouldn't make any difference, though, once Beaner Boy gets control of the whole thing. Now, are we going to have Squirrely Mo on the website over the weekend?
Yes.
If you liked Mozo and the other Mo pictures, and the other ones of, and of course, me and Mo, ass to ass, if you like those pictures on our website, wait till you see Squirrely Mo. Even the Beast liked it.
I love eating nuts.
Yeah, wait till you see those swinging nuts. Mo and his swinging nuts. Squirrely Mo. It's going to be on our website any moment, as a matter of fact. Here's a fax that says, Neil, I hate you. I cursed the day you said Rogers Chocolates on the air. I'm on my 2nd box. As I grow fat, I spit on your name. Oh, don't forget that RogersChocolates.com, almond brittle. Well, I wish I wouldn't have said that. I can't find any place that sells it here anymore. I'm glad to find that out. Although you can't order it right off the internet, like George did.
No, a nice listener brought it to an appearance.
Oh, really? I thought you said you ordered it.
No, somebody brought it.
Oh, that Rogers almond brittle, man. That's some of the best stuff. That'll send you into orbit. Okay, here's poll number 1 with Father's Day coming up on Sunday. We've discussed this many times in the past, although we never get a call on it, and why should that be different from anything else I bring up? the fact is that a lot of fathers suck, you know?
Yeah.
Mothers generally, if one parent is going to be good and the other one is going to be bad, it's generally the mother is a better, more conscientious, more loving, more caring, more likable person than the father, who's usually cold and distant and hostile and afraid to show his emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course you do.
This is true.
So here's the pool from now until noon, and then we'll put up the other one, which we're going to build. If we're going to build a pool, I say in the first couple hours, or at least the first hour, we have something else to keep them occupied, keep them off the street. 23 votes already. How would you rate your parents? Both great, 10. Oh! All right, let's hear it. Both great, 10. That's excellent. I feel so good for those people, don't you?
Yeah, that's my vote.
Both okay, 7. Not great, but...
Okay.
Both a disaster, 5. Mother good, father lame, 1. Father good, mother lame, 0. See, now maybe I'm wrong about that. About the father thing. Maybe it was just...
I don't think so.
Huh? Maybe it was just my fist 4. Although, you notice in Magnolia, every father in that movie sucked.
Right.
Every one of them was a bad father. We had the one who was like doing the incest thing, and then we had the other one who was like just abandoned his kid.
Mm-hmm.
And every father was a piece of crap. Although they, at least in the end, they died a wicked death. I should say that.
Not enough of them.
Here's a fax that says there's a link on Drudge today. Oh, I miss Fudge. An article about Ashcroft pushing Patriot Act 2 and the secret police empowerment act that makes every crime, including speeding, maybe an act of domestic terrorism. It also allows the Justice Department to revoke anyone's citizenship and then treat them as an enemy combatant. He is the most dangerous man in America, John in Port St. Lucie says. I don't know, is he talking about Miss Fudge or about John Ashcroft? Now, see, the only reason John Ashcroft is dangerous is because somebody else put him in there, which makes the El Presidente the most dangerous. D&D, dumb and dangerous, El Presidente. He's the one that stuck him in there. Gregory Peck dead, one of the great actors of all time, and that leads us into today's poll. Is it another movie poll?
No.
Oh, we sure hope not. This is the last one, right? This is the one that we're going to build with help from the audience.
Last one today.
The last one of the week. Promise. The worst acting performance ever in a movie was. I think this is so straightforward. It doesn't require a lot of explanation standing on my head because, is there any other way you could interpret this? They'll find a way.
Yes.
The worst acting performance ever in a movie was, and of course, obviously, well, I shouldn't say that. That's never obvious with this crowd. When we're looking for one, not a list of the worst 5, not the worst 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of them for you. No, see, we're requiring you to make a choice. These people, a lot of them remind me of like Muff, who's sitting in the toilet, and he has to get on the intercom with Duff. He has to call Duff on his cell phone to find out which hand to wipe with, Who did I say has to call Greg? Or himself. The worst acting performance ever in a movie was, and my choice is Eli Wallach in Godfather 3. I can't imagine a worse performance. Now, I know shouldn't we also write the other one down because it's going to be obvious?
What other one?
Sophia Coppola.
Oh yeah.
Also in Godfather 3.
I don't know the name of the actor, but in that same movie, but he was Small Potatoes, so he's not even worth mentioning, so I don't know why I'm going to. The guy that played Anthony, the son, the opera-singing son.
What was wrong with him?
He was just his.
Besides, he had
he was only there for 3
sexual
seconds.
identity problem. What was wrong with him? He was okay. You're putting him in the same category with Sophia with a big schnoz?
No, it was just all bad.
Hey, Dad, don't spend it all in one place, Dad. Ha ha ha. Oh, brother. There's one of the worst cases of nepotism in the history of the human race. Francis Ford Coppola taking all of his other brilliant work and just shoveling it right down the toilet by putting his daughter in there in that role. And then Eli Wallach. I thought we could reason together. And he's waving the arms around like he's got St. Vitus. Every line that he said in there was like so overdone and so cornball. Just awful. Oli Oliva. The thing where he's going and getting the hitman. He's hiring the hitman and his muley son there. I love him. He was great.
Muley?
Muley's son. The one that made the muley. That's it. Not bad. 1027 at 560 WQM. The Neil Deals just keep on smoking from Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto at Hallett Pontiac GMC. Here they are for you, the very latest ones. Neil Deal number 1. Get yourself 0% financing for 60 months on every 2003 Pontiac or GMC in stock. Neil Deal number 2. Get you up to a $4,000 rebate on every 2003 GMC and Pontiac in stock. Attention current and former military personnel. Get you an additional $750 rebate from your friends at Hallett. and Neil Deal number 3 going on right now. Lease the new 2004 Grand Prix GT1 for as little as $289 a month. This is a 36-month lease. See dealer for details. I told you should have got your car at Hallett, schmuck. Beaner boy.
Oops.
Putz. Now at Hallett, test drive any vehicle on the lot for 24 hours. That's right. You can take it home, take it to work, take it to the whorehouse, wherever you want, and you can test drive it for 24 hours. And, of course, Hallett's also has always got a dependable selection of great certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, and they're not picky about credit. Even if it's marginal, they'll get you a deal at Hallett Pontiac GMC. You'll find them at 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 across from the Falls. Open every day, 7 days a week. For more info, call the Neil Deal hotline, toll-free, 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211. And don't forget all Neil Deal subject to credit approval. See dealer for details. At Hallett Pontiac GMC, when you do your car shopping there, you'll agree, they be professional grade.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Friday, you bastard.
Warning, we have mercilessly taken the following material out of context without endorsement or permission from those depicted. It is our ongoing mission to make everything that is good and decent look as ridiculous as possible. We hope we've reached that goal, or at least made you laugh.
On tonight's Action News, Hillary, congratulations. Your book is out, and it's flying off the shelves.
Thank you.
So when did you start having group sex?
30 years ago.
So who are you and Bill swinging with?
Bill and Al and Chipper and I.
Did you know that sometimes Bill had sex with Betty White?
I find that absolutely unbelievable.
I know, I just made it up.
On tonight's Action News.
Hillary, what was your favorite place to have sex?
For me, the behind.
Rectum. 10:32 at 560 WQAM. Maybe the Beast can get some pointers. Here's our first response on a poll. It looks like it's going to be pretty weak, which means I could read some real good bedtime stories all day today, which is fine with me. Because the second poll we'll put up there from noon to 2, but in the meantime, we're going to try to build it in these 2 hours. But, maybe it'll work, maybe not. Maybe they don't want to play the game today. The fact is Bo Derek and Tarzan.
That's Tarzan the Ape Man, and I concur. Everyone
Okay.
concurs.
Tarzan the Ape Man. Bo Derek. The worst acting performance ever in a movie was. We got only 3 nominees so far. Eli Wallach and Sophia Coppola in Godfather 3. Bo Derek and Tarzan. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. This should be a piece of cake, man. There should be like 600 nominations for this, don't you think?
Yeah, but...
Should be, it's Friday. It's the kids are out of school. They're off on a busman's holiday now, for whatever the reason. Plus, we got no free tickets to give away.
Well...
100 votes on the poll, on our first poll. How would you rate your parents? And this is good. Both great, 44. Both okay, 27. Mother good, father lame, 15. Both a disaster, 10. And father good, mother lame, only 4. Only 4 people say that their father was a good parent and their mother sucked. So far. 567-0560, pound 560. Beaner Boy will get to that phone eventually, or he just won't get paid on the 25th again. And he won't pay George back, and it'll just be like a snowballing. It'll be like owing the mob money, you know?
The company store.
You'll just never catch up. Oh, and let me just also mention, and I should have cussed his ass out. Did I mention it when Pharrell was doing his little 20-minute crossover about the eating thing? I did tell him that. Don't be a pussy. Don't believe all these memos they put. Oh, no food is allowed, and no smoking, and no farting, and no talking. And, what kind of crap is that? See, this is Clarence again, trying to be a butch guy, trying to push everybody around because he can't get laid, because he's got a real inferiority complex, because he's got a penis like a little girl. And therefore, no, seriously, so therefore he's trying to flex his muscle, and he's going to show them. You'll notice he doesn't include our studio in that, because he knows I tell him to stick it up his ass. No chance, Clarence. And when I'm going to be there next week, in fact, maybe I'll be there for a couple of weeks, it all depends on how I can handle it. But if you think we're not going to be eating at least bacon or whatever we feel like in the studio, I got news for you. You're dreaming, sweetheart.
Let's have a feast.
Yeah, and the excuse being, well, there's all these ants around the building. Well, maybe if Greg wasn't such a cheap bastard, and they don't even have to spend money, they could trade it out. They could just do it for a few mentions. Our good buddy Steve from ATM, Alternative Termite Management. Isn't that what it is?
That's what it is. They're the best.
They're the best. Just for a few mentions, he'd come in and clean that damn building out and get rid of all the pests. And the bugs, too. Worked with Geldy so far. Boy, that's really interesting. That's a pretty, gonna keep our eye on that. On that Geldy situation. He might be bailing. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello, this is Giddy Soko. How are you doing?
Okay.
Well, I have 10 father for Father's Day.
Okay, great. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. and Verizon Wireless
So what
Line.
kind of stories will you be sharing with us today?
A whole bunch of them, it looks like. Many. Here's Kendall. Hello.
This is so lame.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, lame is the word, man. That's you. Look in the mirror. Lame. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. This is what happens when they got no material, when they have nothing to bring, and they make it so easy for him, man. And he's doing the little megaphone thing again. Let me say it again. You're there every minute of every day, asshole. You think that there's anybody stupid enough to buy into your crap?
No.
Of course not. Because after they hear it doesn't even make any difference what the words are that follow it. It's just the sound. The sound of the goddamn Campbell's soup can in front of your ugly puss. Man. Get some freaking material, asshole. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, what about
Yes, sir.
Chuck Norris? He's the worst actor in the world. I don't know the name of any of his movies, but
Who is it?
Chuck Norris, the karate movie.
Chuck Norris. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the worst, no?
No, but you're not listening to me. You don't understand the pull. Not the worst actor or the worst actress. The worst acting performance ever in a movie.
Yeah, he's in that category, too.
You know something? That one guy was right long ago. He was right. Make it simple. Paper or plastic, you know? Jesus Christ.
It wouldn't matter.
It's just amazing. It's shocking to me. It is shocking. And you wonder why South Florida is the intellectual toilet that it is? In fact, it makes that toilet in Train Spotting look lovely by comparison. Look appetizing. Oh, but we don't understand why you wouldn't want to be here all the time, Neil. It's such a paradise. 567-0560, pound. We still don't have one on the phone yet, do we? We have the one that came in on the fax machine, and that's it. Well, this is good. At this rate, by about 4:30 this afternoon, we might have like 5 or 6. How would you rate your parents? Both great. And this is because Father's Day on Sunday. This is just something to kill some time, okay? 128 votes, both great, 60, both okay, 33, mother good, father lame, 18, both a disaster, 12, and father good and mother lame, only 5. Following that, you keeping track of those stats?
We're in a minority, quite a minority.
What do you mean we? Now you're going to tell the audience how we voted? Both lame?
Sorry.
When my mother is listening to the show and probably
Sorry,
yours
Ma.
is too. Does your mother listen?
Well, she has a spy that reports dutifully.
Well, guess what, Spy? George said you're lame.
You're lame, Mom.
Your mama. Y tu mama también.
That's right.
Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was calling for a suggestion for the worst acting performance.
Okay.
The kid who played young Darth Vader in this most recent Star Wars movie was the absolute
Hayden
worst.
Christensen.
You're picking on poor Hayden Christensen?
Or the first one. The little kid.
Well, he was bad too, but this last one was the most non-menacing person I've ever seen in my life.
Both of them, man.
Crybaby.
I'd have trouble choosing.
Yeah, he was a little light in the loafers, Hayden. He was pretty, but he was light. Okay, thanks a lot, Pally.
Bye.
Now, what was Star Wars what?
I don't know the second one. I'm trying to block it out of my head.
Episode 2.
Star Wars 2, okay. Hayden Christensen. I can't believe he's knocking pretty little Hayden Christensen.
He
was pretty,
but he was
menacing.
An abortion in that movie.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless Line. Who was the worst actress in history? That's our poll question today. Isn't it? Who was the worst newscaster next to David Brinkley? Boy, they sure went whole hog on that last night. Did you see that? All the networks, not just NBC and MSNBC. And what's it called? Which I don't even watch, King, no Mo. But, cause I don't watch CNN. I refuse to watch it.
My microwave oven was showing highlights of David Brinkley.
Yeah, he was all over the place. Good night, Chet. Good night, Chet. He kept saying, good night, Chet. I like David Brinkley, okay. And then, of course, he got into that thing with that, Archer Daniels Midland. Remember that big scandal about that? Got into and then all of a sudden, very shortly thereafter, he vanished from our TV screens, never to return. I thought it was good when he was on Sunday mornings on This Week. At least he counterbalanced that obnoxious George Will and the unctuous Sam Donaldson and that nasty hairpiece that kept sliding around. But then once his eyeball, that left eyeball, started sliding down onto his cheek during his closing, when he started yucking it up during those commentaries, I think that's when they decided that was time to ship him off to the farm. Poor David. David Brinkley is dead. It's the close of a great chapter in American news, man. When we used to have like real news people. I know that comes as a shock to all you punks out there. We used to have like real news people on here, like Chet Huntley and David Brinkley and Walter Cronkite, and John Chancellor, and John Cameron Swayze. It takes a licking and keeps on ticking, just like the beast. 10:40, 20 to 11 at 560 WQM. Let me tell you about something you ought to be licking right now. Maybe not licking, just popping it. Some Oleomed in your puss. Oleomed soft gels are good for you. They contain the finest, the purest, the bestest olive oil you'll find anywhere that is super concentrated, loaded with all kinds of benefits for you and your health. Oleomed in your mouth every day can help reduce the risk of heart disease, high cholesterol, and all kinds of other tsuris. Plus, there are 14 different Oleomed formulas to choose from, each one combining pharmaceutical-grade olive oil with vitamins, minerals, and herbals to support specific health needs, from your bones to your blood pressure to your immune system. All you do is just pick out the formulas that are right for you and pop it every day, right in the old puss. And now you got 3 new Oleomed formulas, one to help you sleep, one to help you control your weight, and CellQ10, which contains CoQ10 for your heart. Pick some up while you're doing your shopping today because it's all over town. Pick up Oleomed at Publix, Eckerd's, Walgreens, Whole Food Markets, Navarro's, and Sedano's, or order it online if you like. Just make that one quick trip over to OleomedAmerica.com, or if you want more information, make that one easy call, toll-free to 1-866-OLEOMED. That's 1-866-653-6633. It's good for you. For better health, start popping some Oleomed in your puss right away.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Holy shit, dude.
From the network that brought you NBC, CNBC, and MSNBC comes the greatest channel in the history of broadcasting. BS NBC. Tonight at 8 p.m. on Softball, White House Press Secretary R.A. Fleischer tells BSNBC why the Bush tax cut will actually help poor people. Homeland Security Director Tom Ridge will show you how duct tape and plastic sheeting will keep you 100% safe from chemical and biological attacks. Then at 9, BSNBC Investigates brings you an exclusive interview with Scott Peterson, who will prove he's totally innocent. Then at 10, Brian Williams and a panel of absolute geniuses blow the lid off the SARS hoax. And later, your wife will tell you that it happens to every guy and size doesn't matter. All this plus Imus in the morning on the most watched, most trusted, most dependable, most honest new channel in the history of journalism. BSNBC.
10:45, you need a search party to find MSNBC's audience. I'll tell you that right now. Is Donahue still on there?
No.
How about that great new show with Jesse Ventura? That started yet?
No.
How about, what's his name? Who's that fat-headed guy they had on at 5 o'clock? That awful newspaper guy, that Jerry the dead guy.
No.
I think he died or something. He's gone. And now they really, to show you the desperation, not only are they putting these right-wingers on, they got that Keith Olbermann on. Man, he gives me spilkies, man. This is a guy who takes himself very seriously, who's made a career out of taking himself seriously. And he was on ESPN, they blew him off. Then he was on MSNBC, they blew him off. Then he went to Fox, and they blew him off. Now he's back on MSNBC with his .2 share, whatever he's got, Keith Olbermann. He talks in a very serious voice, like he really believes he's going to change the world. Like he's got all the answers. He's going to solve the problems for the world. And you just look at him and you laugh at him. He's a silly person. He's a sports nerd. It would be like Clarence going on CNN to solve the problems with the roadmap in the Middle East. See what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
Oh, here's the good news. No WHO travel advisory for Toronto. Oh! They were peeing in their pants here about that, because of that one exported case to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. That'll teach that guy who came up here, don't be coming up here and visiting people in hospitals and nursing homes, you asshole. Jesus Christ. And then he goes back and infects a couple of his coworkers. That'll teach you, you idiot. God. Hey, don't forget, join Joe Costello today from noon till 2 at the Verizon Wireless. At 329 Arthur Godfrey Road, Miami Beach. Stop by to win our usual low-budget QAM prizes and some Marlin tickets. Wow, what an incentive that is, huh? Joe Costello, our close personal buddy, noon till 2 today at Verizon Wireless. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yes.
Worst performance, Daryl Hannah in Clan of the Bear, or something like that.
Clan of the Cave Bear.
Yeah, terrible.
Clan of the Cave Bear?
Yeah. Daryl Hannah.
Okay, we got you down, pal.
All right.
Thanks a lot. Sounds fishy to me. I like Daryl Hannah, but that doesn't mean she couldn't have put in a bad performance.
Well, it was so long ago I can't even remember.
She was probably better. She was probably better in the bathtub.
She was fine in that movie. It's just that movie was just her acting was. That was the dialogue.
What was it again? Man, since your ATM card got eaten, you just haven't been the same, you know? Between not getting paid on payday and then in the same week, like a couple of days later, the machine eats his ATM card because his bank is a piece of crap.
So the
What
little
bank
money
is it
he
again? Bank Atlantic? They suck. All the banks in South Florida suck.
Oh, yeah.
And especially, watch over your money bank, man. They make me puke. God, are they bad.
It's like they're all having a contest with each other to see.
To see how little service
yeah.
they can give you, how they can screw you over and make your life miserable and keep bouncing your checks and screwing up your deposits and eating your ATM cards and just in general making your life a piece of crap. Here's a call from Miami. Hello.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got ants?
I beg your pardon?
You got ant problem?
No, I don't have any ants. They got ants in the studio.
Ants in the studio. I want to send you some free samples of the great ant bait that's not a poison to people.
Yeah. No, well, listen, send us some that's not a poison, and then send us some other ones and mark them up that are a poison. We'll put them in Mo's studio.
Good deal.
You gonna send it?
I'm going to send it. Have your guy give me your address.
Okay, hang on a second. Okay, give that guy his address. It's free, so we'll take it, okay? Greg will be happy to take that. If it costs us any money, we won't do it. I mean, you talk about cheap. Come on. How many times have I talked about that? Not only are there ants in there, but they're like little things. There are about a half a dozen different kinds of creatures flying. Some have wings, some have legs, some have, every kind of insect that's ever been invented is flying around in that building because they're too cheap. First of all, the building is a toilet. The elevator is a joke. I think they had to bribe somebody to get the certificate in there to approve it. Everything in there is a goddamn joke. And then we can't get an exterminator in there even for a couple of trade-out spots. But this kind of goes to show you the kind of concern Greg has for the people that work there. As in none.
Well, if
which
we
is
wouldn't
why,
be eaten
which
in the
is why
studio.
in the beginning you guys were in that trailer and at the condemned trailer. I'll never forget that day I went in there to pick you up to take you down to Kendall Toyota.
Right.
And I walk in that place and I look around. I thought, you know what that place reminded me of? The toilet in Train Spotting. And that's what that building reminded me of. In fact, I wouldn't have taken a crap in that building. That's how bad it was. Seriously, when you walk into a place and you say, this place looks so filthy and so grotesque, I wouldn't take a crap in here, then you know. That's what it was.
We had carpeting on the walls and there was mold and mildew growing in it.
And then I remember before starting at QAM, Norma Kent brings me in there to take the tour of the QAM building. And the walls are stained and the carpeting looked like people had munged all over, like there had been like a series of orgies on them. I mean, just disgusting.
Yeah, all male.
And that's Greg Reed. Like I've told you a million times, I'd sure hate to see what the inside of his house looked like. Here's a whole bunch of faxes. Let's see. You said bad acting and the first name that popped up was Vin Diesel for Fast and Furious. It says, I'm sure someone is worse, but that's what I got, says Steve. Well, what's wrong with that? Vin Diesel?
Nothing. I'm writing it.
I'm writing it down. Well, I don't have to write these, do I?
No.
No, okay. Good. That's excellent. Why the hell should I write them down? Might as well have you do something. Here's one from Joe. I don't understand. I can't think of the title of the movie. Dolly Parton tries to teach Sly Stallone to be a country singer.
Rhinestone.
My vote. What is it?
Rhinestone.
Rhinestone. The vote is for Sly Stallone in Rhinestone.
Rhinestone Cowboy, wasn't it?
Am I going to have to look this up?
I'll look it up.
Rhinestone.
Well, no, I can do a quick search. Sly Stallone. I can handle it. I got my computer over here. I can type and stick it up my nose. Sylvester Stallone. Here you go. Come on. It's only a 4-hour freaking show, although we don't have a ball game today. Boy, that Marlin game yesterday, did that kill us or what?
Yeah.
Wow. That was shocking. Sly Stallone. Okay. You want to know all the names of his movies?
No.
Shade, Taxi 3, Liberty's Kids. What's the one we're looking for?
Rhinestone.
Rhinestone. Rocky 5, Tango and Cash, Rambo 3, Nighthawks, Victory, here's Rhinestone. That's the name of the movie.
I stand corrected.
Asshole.
I thought you were
See, I had to waste all of that time. The audience is probably pissed off at Carlos now, too, because I had to waste all of that time because you wouldn't listen to Drew. See, one thing about Beaner Boy. You know something, he knows better. No matter what it is, if you know, just like with poor Eric up there, who's probably having a nervous breakdown.
Well, I had looked it up a lot faster than you.
Eric, who's an expert computer nerd, but, hey, Beaner Boy, he's a better computer nerd.
As long as we all understand that, we'll get along just fine.
Okay. And let me ask you this. Is our squirrely Mo up there yet?
Well, what do you want up first, the stories or the squirrel?
Both.
Or the poll. I'm taking down the poll. I'm doing the stories and
well, what do you mean you're taking down the poll? Well, what do you mean you're taking down the poll?
He's writing it.
I'm writing down the the suggestions.
I thought you were taking down a poll that's supposed to be up there till noon, in which case you'd have gotten probably fired. How would you rate your parents? 186 votes already. Both great, 89. Let's hear it for those people. I am so jealous of those people who had like two good parents. No wonder they're so much better adjusted than I am. And then George, wow.
Yeah, we are.
Both okay, 41. Mother good, father lame, 27. See, I think this is making my point, because father good, mother lame, only 8. See?
Right. Oh, I agree.
And both a disaster, 21. Oh, geez. So 48, 56. So 56 out of 186, which is about 30%, about 30%, who have had parent problems. Well, you know, not everybody. I think people should have a license, not to get married, but to be a parent.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Because not everybody should be a parent. Almost anybody can make a baby, but that's not the trick, okay? Making a baby, even monkeys can do that, okay? Even gerbils can do that. But being a parent, being a responsible, loving, caring, thinking parent, that requires a license.
Ought to be a law.
Right. Plus, unless you look pretty good. You know who's got beautiful kids? Who the hell was on? I forget who the hell it was. Somebody on the other night, on Biography, has just unbelievably good-looking kids. It'll come back to me. I was shocked. And, I know who it was. It was Jose Santos, the jockey. His wife is unbelievably beautiful, and he's got a son and a daughter, and they're just knockout. They're just beautiful kids. His son is a little bit young for Carlos. No, seriously, they're really beautiful family. And it sure didn't come from Jose. With all due apologies, Jose. And we're sorry you didn't win the Triple Crown. Worst acting performance ever, Shaquille O'Neal and Kazam. Got it?
Shaquille O'Neal in anything.
Well, there you Kazam. We got something specific. Shaq. It's time for another Shaq attack.
Oi!
Kristen in Lantana. See, we're getting this going now. They're finally catching on. They're not all as stupid as a couple of them are. Like that mouth breather. Oh, Jesus. I'd like to get a goddamn baseball bat. You know, my last show, the last show that I do, I'd like to get a baseball bat, with or without cork in it, and just line those bastards up. You know the ones I'm talking about the magnificent dozen. Just a dozen of them.
Right.
And just beat the snot out of every one of them.
The dirty dozen.
Man. What a great way that would be to go out.
Oh, I'm getting excited.
Be excited. Be excited. Kristen Lantana says my suggestion is Nicolas Cage in Moonstruck. She says, I wanted to cut off his other hand and maybe some other appendages as well.
Oi!
Thanks, Kristen. You got it down, Nicolas Cage. I don't like him.
Never saw that movie, though.
Oh, I don't like him. There's just something about him. I don't think he's a good actor. There's something about the way his whole ambiance and appearance. He just bugs me. Can you think of one good movie he has been in?
Leaving Las Vegas.
Okay. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. See, I'm going to step all over you if you try to say anything, because already Pharrell took about the first 80 minutes of the show, which is fine. But boy, he's like a machine.
Right.
He's just like a talking, squeaking, gravelly machine. Just wind him up and just. So if I was Mo, I'd be real nervous now if Geldy doesn't show no Mo. Because once Pharrell starts moving down that territory, Mo won't get in nothing edgewise. And then he'll start backing up till about 3:30 in the morning. Here's a call in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil, what's up?
How you doing, sir?
Hey, did you get my pictures I sent you?
Of what?
I sent you that's the squirrely picture of Mo and Geldy, and then one of you. It said Neil God. It's
Those came from you? Well, thank you so much. Yes, I did get them, and they're all a beautiful thing.
Okay, now, I'm not sure. I have another one of the Neil God that's an X-rated version. I don't know if you want that. I photoshopped out a particular thing for you.
Well, you can send it to us. We won't put it on your website because we don't want no X-rated crap on our website.
Yeah, I figured that you didn't. That's why I did that particular version, but I don't know if you'd hang that picture up somewhere in the studio just for fun.
Okay, well, the Squirrely Mo is going on the website as of a little later today, and we appreciate it very much.
Oh, excellent. I'll send you more stuff. I got a lot of time to waste today.
He always said that he had swinging nuts, and I think he had a point.
Well, the thing is, he has a squirrel on top of his head, too, so I figured that's a double entendre there, you know what I mean?
Thanks, Pally.
Take it easy, man.
See ya. How's that up there yet or not?
Getting there.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Although, as much as I like the Mozo and Squirrely Mo, I think the ass-to-ass is just, me and Mo, just a beautiful thing.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Radio Weekend
on 560 WQAM.
New from Ronco, the Barry Manilow Bedroom GPS and Compass. Never get lost in your own bedroom again. Your Barry Manilow Bedroom GPS and Compass will lock onto 6 strategically located satellites maintained by the U.S. government and will warn you before you walk into your walls. How could you possibly survive without it? Imagine never having to use your own sense of direction again. You can stop using your brain completely and still find your way through your own house. The Barry Manilow Bedroom GPS and Compass from Ronco. Don't stay home without it.
It's 11:01 at 560 WQAM. We got the Mad Dog at 2 from Hooters and Pembroke Pines. You got the Humper at 4. Full 3 hours today, Hank. Heavy-duty assignment, 4 to 7.
That was funny.
7 o'clock, you got QAM Rewound, the best of QM, to kill a half an hour because we got no Crow, no Mo. He's over on the competition. On the stiff competition. Marlins on deck, 7:30. Marlins at the Texas Rangers with a $25 million man, a team that's like about 100 games under 500. Man, looks like last place for Texas again this year. Marlins at the Rangers, 8:05 tonight, followed by the Eddie K Show and ESPN Radio overnight because we get it for free. Now, you're keeping a list, so I can't, because this is the list that's going to go up at noon, and I really boxed myself into a corner, but that's okay, because you can read them.
We can read them. Before speaking of I can read them,
yes?
We have to address a faxer, a notorious faxer on the air, because I can't fax back to them, and I'm sure they're very well intended. They fax like 20 pages at a time. None of his faxes are legible at all, ever, and they're just constantly faxing all day long. So the person.
Well, what is he faxing about?
Well, about anything and everything. But the last fax that he just sent, acting performances by musicians, and he's got a whole list here of really bad acting performances by musicians. So
by musicians?
By musicians. In other words, like Britney, people that are musicians that become actors.
You mean like J-Lo?
For example.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this person knows who they are. I tried to fax back.
You know who you are. Leave us alone. Quit wasting our fax paper.
We can't read any of them. We can't read any part of it from this person. And
go out and get you a new toner. Go steal one somewhere.
Just stop faxing, please.
Schmuck. Okay, the worst acting performance ever in a movie was Eli Wallach, Godfather 3, Sophia Coppola, Godfather 3, Dad, Bo Derek, Tarzan, Hayden Christensen, Star Wars 2, I liked him. Although he was kind of like, I don't know, he might have been a little on the fruity side. Daryl Hannah, Clan of the Cave Bear, and that's as far as I got. You got the rest of them.
Right.
Well, what are they?
I'm out of order. Daryl Hannah, Clan of the Cave Bear, Nicolas Cage, Moonstruck.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, Joe versus the Volcano.
Right. And Van Diesel for what?
Vin Diesel for the Fast and the Furious.
What did I call it?
Van
Morrison?
Diesel Van. It's all
Diesel
good.
Van for the fascist of what?
Of Eastwick. The fascist.
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone in Rhinestone.
Yo.
And Shaquille O'Neal in Kazaam.
Shaq for a Huzzer. We're not too big into Shaq, okay?
I'm very upset that Joe versus the Volcano made it onto this list.
Why is that? Is that one of your favorites?
That's one of my, I'm embarrassed to say it's one of my favorite cheesy movies.
I see. Was it as good as Kids?
I don't know. Well, actually, no. Kids is the one that I have seen.
Better than Bully?
That one, I don't know. Ask George. That's one of his favorites.
Here's a call from Boca. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
Just called with the choice for the poll.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves, The Matrix.
Okay.
All right.
Almost anything you would have followed Keanu Reeves with, I'm sure we'd all agree.
But this one's actually a good movie despite him.
Okay,
so
thanks a lot, Pally.
His acting kind of stood out.
We got you down.
All right, thanks a lot.
Keanu Reeves, man, he couldn't act his way out of a paper freaking sack, you know what?
Whoa. If we're going to put Keanu Reeves, I mean, Point Break. I am an FBI agent.
About Keanu in Dangerous Liaisons. Whoa, what for sake art thou saying, dude?
Yeah, and don't forget the one that I just watched, which you didn't see because it's a fag movie. That's why he's in it. My Own Private Idaho. Very, very lame. Just lame. Awful. In fact, the whole movie is pretty awful. But River Penis, see, they write about how good River Penis was in that movie. It's not that he was so good. It's that Keanu Reeves was so bad.
Hollywood Community College is proud to present Act
Act Like a Pro. Yes, with our Act Like a Pro workshops, you can learn the techniques of your favorite Hollywood stars and how to duplicate their success. This week, our special instructor, Keanu Reeves. Yes, Keanu Reeves can teach you all the range of emotions from excited,
excellent,
to frightened,
whoa,
happy,
dude,
depressed,
whoa,
and even startled.
I know Kung Fu.
Plus, he'll also teach you how to speak in a foreign accent.
I go to the castle of Dracula.
So join us this week at Hollywood Community College for your special guest lecturer, Keanu Reeves, and you too will be saying,
whoa.
You know, he must have administered a lot of oral in order to get to where he is today.
No doubt.
And maybe anal as well. So there you go, Beast. There's a guy that got to the top, although quite frankly, he looked a little bit better than the Beast. I had a laugh this morning when, I guess he's trying to be nice to him. Maybe he's trying to psychoanalyze the kid a little bit. When Pharrell was talking about the Beast, being fat, and everybody's making fun of how fat he is, and about that's his personality. That's what makes him so great. He's just a little round tub of crap. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Which is probably a way of encouraging him to keep eating, and maybe he can get a new producer, something like that. But we'll find out in time, because there's some momentous stuff happening with that Mo show again. It's always in a state of flux. You notice? Always in a state of flux. Never comes down to the ground. Ever since Greg screwed with the morning show, it's never quite come back down and hit the ground. Here's our poll number 1. It'll be up there this hour, and then at noon we put up the other one. How would you rate your parents? Father's Day is this Sunday. Here's a chance for people with really crappy fathers to vent. Or both. How would you rate your parents? Both great, 115. 49.5% said I have great parents.
Oh!
Doesn't that just tug at your heartstrings?
Yeah.
Both okay, 50. Mother was good, or is good. Father lame, 32. Both a disaster, 26. Father good, mother lame, 9. So you see that 32 to 9? Where They thought the mother was a good parent, but the father sucked, was a piece of crap, cold, distant, obnoxious, disgusting, walking ice cube. Yeah, that should have been my father's nickname, Mr. Warmth. Man. 232 votes on there, not too shabby in the first hour. Don't forget, join Joe Costello noon to 2 today at Verizon Wireless, 329 Arthur Godfrey Road on the beach, and he just wants to see you. Because we don't have a lot for you. We got some of our usual low-budget QM prizes and some Marlin tickets.
No.
Everybody's giving away Marlin tickets. Pharrell,
no.
Everybody else. Anybody want them?
No.
5, 6, 7. I mean, if ever there was a case of trying to force-feed something to the public that they don't want, that's it. Panther tickets and Marlin tickets. If we had some Dolphin tickets, then you'd see the phones go crazy. Then you'd see people lining up at the door. We'll take them. Oh, and speaking of that, now, I'm kind of curious. Is a Beaner Boy there? Are you a football fan?
Yes, I am.
Are you a Dolphin fan?
Yes, I am.
Because I have those that will be coming probably in the next month or two. I would imagine my Dolphin season tickets. And the last couple of years in a row, I've given them to Joe Costello. But I was thinking about this the other day. Since Boner Boy does so much work there, and we don't have, wouldn't you think?
All right. Absolutely.
I mean,
Joe. Love Joe.
Well, I love Joe. Joe's a good friend. I like Joe Costello a lot. He calls up here every once in a while to see how I'm doing, suck around a little bit. But I think really, because Joe is,
we have to grease our own wheels.
We got to grease our own guys.
I'm pretty greasy as it is, but
that's what the Beast said this morning. That was unbelievable.
Oh.
That was, what a line that was. I think he wants it. You know something? I think he's getting excited about it. See, everybody else in the building thinks I'm joking about us having Clarence mount the Beast, since neither one of them can get any. But I think that they're both relishing it. I think they're going to do it with relish. So keep the cap on that bottle of olive oil you got there. Oh God,
it's a gallon jug.
No, seriously, now yesterday he said he would do it for 6 figures, and then what did he say today?
Just for a raise, any kind of raise.
Yeah, just for a raise, like a quarter.
For 6
just like for a quarter a week.
Rectum.
And he said he's already comes pre-lubed.
You know, it is extra virgin, this jug of olive oil we have in here.
Fits right in. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Pompano. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have a selection for your worst performance in a movie.
Yes.
The name of the movie is Body of Evidence, and a great performance that she's ever had was Madonna.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely horrible, Neil. The worst movie maybe of all time also.
Okay.
I don't know how Willem Dafoe and Joe Mantegna ever got into that movie. They must have owed somebody such a big favor to risk their careers to be in a movie with her.
Mm-hmm.
The worst movie, and without question, the worst performance.
Okay, pal, they got you down.
Okay, and just to let you know, you're right about the quality of broadcasters, broadcast journalists in the world today. I mean, maybe there's 3 or 4 good ones, maybe. The rest are nothing more than just props, if anything else. I mean, it's terrible. That's why I don't even bother watching the news. I go online to a webpage called itl.org, and I can bring up any newspaper in the country, even in the world.
Right.
It's something you should check out. I know you would appreciate it.
What is it again?
It's IPL. It stands for Internet Public Library.org.
Okay.
You can bring up magazines, newspapers, all different types of reference material. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, have a good day, Neil.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
IPL.org. Okay, we'll check that out. Seriously, if you really want to know what's going on in the world, have any concept, I mean, if you care. I mean, a lot of people don't care. But if you do care, you got to go online. You have to go on the Internet because you're not going to get it from the network news or the talking head networks. You're just going to get propaganda, fluff, BS, and crap. Now, that's all you're going to get.
Right.
As far as the American networks are concerned anyway, you're just going to get flag waving, pom-pom tossing, and garbage. Which is why, in Britain at least, they're having a big uproar with Tony Blair. They're holding his feet to the fire, and how come you lied to us, and you made up all these stories, and you embellished them, and told us all of this bullcrap when you knew it was all a freaking lie. But here it's like, oh, gee, what time is that next reality show on? Reality show. Oh, my God. 12 minutes past 11 at 560 WQAM. I'll tell you, all summer long, people like to spend a lot of time in the yard, out on the patio, on their barbecue, getting their meat heated up. And Barbecues Galore is the place you want to shop because they have it all for you. And right now they've got an exceptional selection of grills that you won't find anyplace else because they're only available at Barbecues Galore. This week, check out their incredible deal on the 3-burner barbecue chef, a Barbecues Galore exclusive. It costs you only $199 with 42,000 BTUs, a 625-inch cooking area, and a built-in hood thermometer. You can't beat this deal for a liquid propane grill nowhere, no how. And for you traditionalists out there, check out the new Beefmaster Charcoal Grill, another Barbecues Galore exclusive. It's only $199 as well, with more than 600 square inches of cooking space, cast iron cooking grills, an adjustable fire grate, and a full-width ash catcher. Both of these grills will make a perfect gift for Father's Day, so check them out this weekend. And speaking of Father's Day, Barbecues Galore's got great gift ideas for Dad in all price ranges, many under $50 if your dad is kind of mediocre. Barbecues Galore carries the biggest selection of barbecues and accessories, including gas, charcoal, smokers, tailgate supplies, all at the guaranteed lowest prices. And be sure to take advantage of no payment, same as cash financing, until January 2004 on approved credit at Barbecues Galore. 2 South Florida locations for you. They're in Plantation on University Drive in a Fountain Shopping Center. And also you'll find them in Coral Springs, Corner, Sample, and Rock Island. Please keep in mind, they're great folks to do business with, and they've got it all. Everything you're looking for barbecuing at Barbecues Galore.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Yourself. Now, usually I don't do this, but let me tell you a little bit about the wheels that I drive to work in. Now, I'm not trying to be rude, but you can really get screwed by those dealers trying to sell your automobiles brand new. See, I don't need the fancy grills or those new car smells. I've had my baby 20 years, shifting on those stripped out gears. See the horn go, and the horn go. It got a 4 on the floor, it got all 4 of its doors, but not a hell of a lot more. It needs a brand new ignition, it got a broken transmission, it got some holes in the body, got front and rear fenders missing, leaks like a son of a gun. But I'm like, so what, it runs. It's a piece of, you know what, baby, but at least it's paid for,
That's in honor of a Boner Boy's great car that he's got air conditioning in now. Let's hear it. He's really moving up in the world.
Woohoo!
Yeah, he's dangerous now. He's got AC in that piece of crap. See, I told you should have gone down to hell if you would have talked to me. If you would have talked to me.
I should have.
He patronized another station sponsor, though.
Who's that?
Power 96?
Yeah. No, what's the name of the place? The Honda. Rick Case Honda.
Right, that's another one of our station's sponsors.
He said another station, so that's why I was looking like the Power 96
Another
too.
of our station's sponsors.
258 votes on poll number 1. How would you rate your parents in honor of Father's Day Sunday? Both parents great, 125, 48.5%.
Oh!
Both okay, 54. Mother good, father lame, 38. Both disaster, 30. And father good, mother lame, only 11. See? A lot of good mothers out there. Fathers, Here's a fax that says, speaking of the Fast and Furious, Vin Diesel's co-star Paul Walker gave the worst acting performance I've ever seen. He's like the new Keanu Reeves. 1 part stoner, 1 part stone. My vote is for Paul Walker in the Fast and Furious and, what is that? And Too Fast, Too Furious. The god-awful say. Okay, well, the Fast and Furious is good enough. Paul Walker, got it?
Got it. No one ever
heard already wrote that down. Madonna's not doing too well. A lot of hostility. Any movie with Madonna and J-Lo, you know it's going to suck right off the bat. In fact, some of them have been so bad that they won't even release them in the theaters.
Right.
Especially J-Lo, her and Ben Affleck, and everybody's going, oh, yeah, right. We believe you guys. They're getting that big plantation in Georgia somewhere, in Atlanta, or outside of Atlanta. And there's going to be like 2 houses on a plantation. She's going to be living in one, he's going to be living in the other one. And then there's like a guest house for Matt Damon. Madonna in Shanghai Surprise. Are we going to put all these Madonna ones down?
Let's not.
Well, why not? And it probably is difficult to discern. You have to be a real movie buff to be able to differentiate.
Right.
Between, like, which was the all-time worst. But that's the essence of the poll.
All right.
Swept Away. Shanghai Surprise. We already got Body of Evidence. Who's That Girl? Bloodhounds of Broadway. The Next Best Thing, and Dangerous...
Where are you going? Come back, Carlos. Where are you going?
What?
How about just Madonna in any movie?
No, that's not the poll. See, again, he's trying to change it.
No, he's trying to be able to type these or answer the phones. He can't do both.
Well, I thought you were writing these down.
I'm writing them down, but he has to type them up. They don't...
But this poll doesn't go up until noon. He's got plenty of time. Just relax. Just take a chill pill, okay? Or take a purple one like Sarah would do. Just relax. God, you're starting to get a little bit like Eric now, and I understand you got a lot of other more important fish to fry. Don't forget, we want lots of extra bacon in there. In fact, we can have like Neil's Diner in there next week when I'm there.
We'll bring a grill.
Yeah, we'll get barbecues galore to bring in a grill. We'll grill inside, which of course is highly illegal, but what do we care?
Oh, I got a little grill at home.
In fact, probably the people in our neighborhood think that the new pope is being picked because there'll be like smoke coming out of the top of the building. But that's okay, because we got the fire department right down the street. They really care about us. Boy, they must hate us like poison.
Yeah.
We had like a for real fire alert about 2 years ago in that building. And the bells are ringing and the whistles are going off and the lights are flashing. And they never showed up. They're busy playing pinochle down the street there.
They were watching it, though, with binoculars and laughing.
Yeah, they were going like,
all right.
Yeah. Maybe they just don't like sports. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT. Or maybe they just don't like the Marlins.
Yeah.
That might be it. Since this station is so freaking Marlin intensive. Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're movie intensive again, I guess.
Well, what can I tell you?
Yeah, okay. Worst performance has to be Elizabeth Berkley in Showgirls.
Berkley,
I'm sorry. Without a doubt.
Okay.
One of the worst movies ever. Let me ask you a question. You're always talking in the movies, but there's always English movies or English-speaking movies. Do you ever get into foreign films? Or?
You mean foreign films with subtitles?
Yeah.
Such as?
I don't know. There's a lot like Spanish movies, Law of Desire, all those kind of movies.
Nah, once in a great while.
But that doesn't really interest you?
No.
Okay. But, yeah, Elizabeth, whatever her last name is, has to be one of the worst.
Berkley. Okay, pal, we got you done.
Bye.
Now, what was that Italian movie? That very famous Italian movie that I finally saw here a few weeks ago?
My Life,
No. Huh?
Life
No, the one about the cinema,
Cinema
Paradiso. That's the one. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Depressing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was pretty good.
Had pee-pee in it.
Pee-pee? Any movie with pee-pee in it can't be all that bad. And then, and La Cage aux Folles, I mentioned that yesterday. Right. But then again, that's a fag movie, see? Still, anybody can watch a fag movie.
It's beyond that. It transcends faggery.
Transcends? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Speaking of Verizon Wireless, don't forget, join Joe Costello, noon to 2. Give him a big build-up, especially since he's not getting the Dolphin tickets. Break it to him gently. Oh, he's probably on his way driving there right now, you know what? He's probably just bitching me out and muttering under his breath, clenching his teeth, grinding his teeth like Sarah. That's the way it goes, Joe. He got a lot, how many, 2-3 years in a row at least?
Maybe more, maybe 4.
That I gave him those Dolphin season tickets, which I was pleased to do because he's a good guy and he's underpaid and he gets treated like crap. But he's got his own show now and he's a superstar and he will get that 5 to 6 hour back once Pharrell gets Mo out of the building, which the way it sounds like soon. Boy, Gildy, we're not too sure if you tuned in late. Geldy was a no-show this morning. He was AWOL. He just said, I'm not coming in. Not I'm sick, not the wife has got the flu, not the kid is crapping in their pants, but I'm just not coming in. Or his pants. Isn't it a boy he's got?
Yes.
Jake with his snake. So the anticipation is now, the speculation is that Geldy may have flown the coop. That's what Pharrell is starting anyway. And of course, if that's the case, it might just be because of this 5 to 8 thing, because Geldy is sharp enough to see the handwriting on the wall, whereas Mo continues being in denial, you know? I guess when you get in your 80s, you start denying a lot of things. Anyway, Joel B., noon to 2 at the Verizon Wireless, 329 Arthur Godfrey Road, Miami Beach. Stop by and console him. In fact, maybe bring him some Dolphin tickets. That would be good. And we got our usual QM prizes and some free Marlins tickets. Here's a call from Pompano. Hello. Pompano.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I got the worst picture and the worst performance ever in history.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra in the mid-40s, when the MGM had first signed him, they had to put him into something. They put him into a thing called the Gay Gaucho or the Gay Caballero or something like that. They dressed him up like Zorro, pasted a mustache on his face, and he spoke with a Mexican accent.
Oh, I got to see that.
I mean, look it up in your book. I understand that he spent a small fortune trying to buy the rights to it and picking up all the prints and everything. It is the worst that you've ever seen. So.
Okay, we got you down.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Thanks. I'm looking it up now. You're supposed to make some sound. If I did, gee, I screwed it up.
Oh, no.
I screwed up the thing.
The thing?
Well, I made a misprint on here, okay? I've got to put in Frank Sinatra movies, okay? Because if I just put in Sinatra, then we'll get a bunch of his stuff that passed for music, even though it never was. Compare prices on Sinatra DVDs. Find Frank Sinatra movies. Okay, here we go. MovieTiger.com. That's Entertainment. Some Came Running. It Happened in Brooklyn. Never So Few. Paris When It Sizzles. Anchors Away. Van Ryan's Express, From Here to Eternity, and The Tender Trap. The one he's talking about is not on this list. So during the break, I'll scour, okay, because it's obviously not on it. In fact, it might, maybe he did buy it up. Maybe it doesn't exist anymore. What did he say the name of it was?
I forgot.
Oh, here it is. I forgot. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's a call from Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Actually, I think 2 callers back, the guy that called about Elizabeth Berkley.
Right.
Showgirls, really bad performance. And there was a movie, I'm a big Robert Downey Jr. fan, but there was one movie that he did that he plays like a serial killer. That I think Jodie Foster, that has got to be the worst acting. You can't believe him as a serial killer at all. He looks like a druggie, and you're expecting to be intimidated by
what a
Robert
surprise!
Downey Jr.
Wow.
And I think it is with Jodie Foster, and he has like apples in the movie. It's a crazy movie, but it's really a bad movie though.
Okay, how am I going to know the name of the movie? I guess
It's not Jodie Foster, it's,
Sigourney Weaver?
Something with dreams in it.
I forget.
In
He's just
dreams.
bad. He's just generally bad.
Oh, something with dreams. So I'll check those both during the break. Just relax. We'll get them both. We'll get the Sinatra one and the Robert Downey Jr. one. Because I don't want Boner Boy to have to check it out, because he's overburdened already, you know? He's got a lot of stuff. He's got a full plate in there. 27 past 11 at 560 QAM.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Coming up tonight on Inside the Behind, the true Hollywood celebrity music biography profile story. They were a very weird band, but they were from Canada, so there you go. They were Crash Test Dummies.
I never thought I could get into music, you know. Back then, growing up in Winnipeg, there weren't many places to...
Hold it right there. This interview's over.
What the hell?
Inside the Behind's cameras kept rolling as an irate George W. Bush, dressed in some half-assed uniform, which suggested that he himself had actually fought in the war, stormed into our studios.
Winnipeg, huh? That's in Canada, ain't it?
Lots of French people in Canada, ain't there?
Well, as a matter of fact, Winnipeg does have the largest French-speaking population in the western part of Canada, but I don't see how that...
Shut up with your French talk.
But I'm speaking English, eh?
That's how you fool us. Lousy French people. What'd they ever do for us?
Oh, they helped you win a couple of wars? Gave you the Statue of Liberty?
They're a bunch of losers. They don't even shower, and their women don't shave their underarms. Damn, I wish they had some oil. I'd bomb their French asses.
Look, Mr. Bush, I'm with the Crash Test Dummies. We're just trying to do an interview here.
And another thing. The name of your band is now the Freedom Dummies.
We don't even have the word French in our name, eh?
It's close enough. Freedom Dummies. You hear me?
Whatever, eh?
The the Freedom Dummies. If you don't like it, tough luck. It's a big, juicy, sopping wet looking show business. Tonight, on Inside the Behind.
That W, he sure knows his dummies, you know. 11:32 at 5:60. Now, the Sinatra thing, I couldn't find the one he's talking about because he said it was called...
person.
Huh?
I don't think it exists.
Gay something. And the only one that had anything... there's one movie he made called Assault on a Queen.
Okay.
Well, he made a crap load of movies. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
The only ones that I would say that were like Manchurian Candidate was a great movie.
Yes, it was.
And Man with the Golden Arm.
Never saw it.
Other than that, forget about it.
You didn't like From Here to Eternity? That
No.
wall picture.
And the original Ocean's 11 wasn't too bad. Now, Robert Downey Jr., you're going to have to help me with this because I don't know. Wonder Boys, I got a list.
They're all bad. He's bad.
No, but that's not the one we're talking about. There was a specific one this guy called in.
know.
We're not doing that. See, you're doing what the callers do now. You're trying to change the thing.
And by the way, to change it some more, Wonder Boys was good.
Weird Science, Chaplin, which sure wasn't Chaplin, In Dreams, Air America, Chances Are.
In Dreams.
In Dreams?
That's
There you
the
go.
one.
Let's hear it.
Oh!
See, that wasn't so hard. Put it down. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Father's Day is Sunday. We're asking today, how would you rate your parents? We won't tell them. 309 votes. Both great, 152. 49.1%.
Oh!
Both okay, 65. Mother good, father lame, 47. 47 lame fathers. Both a disaster, 33. And mother good, or father good, mother lame, only 12. See? Most of the mothers, not too bad. George and I, of course, didn't get too lucky, but nothing's perfect. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Worst acting performance ever in a movie by an actor or actress. That's it. Very simple. Here's a call from somewhere. Hello.
Neil?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, Fort Drum, it says. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I was in Fort Drum when you put me on hold. I'm in Orlando now. I have a good one, George. I hope George can help me out with it. It was shot in Miami. It had Sharon Stone in it, Sylvester Stallone, and then a Cuban mafia guy.
Sliver.
The guy I'm nominating is the old man who is spitting and saying, Jew, stupid. You know who I mean?
No, I never saw that movie. It had Sylvester in it.
Sharon Stone hired Sylvester to put a hit on this
She
guy.
could talk for an hour. I never saw it.
He murdered her parents in Cuba.
Well, we'll put down Sliver, and then somebody will call and tell us who you're talking about.
All right, well, can I have one more in case if no one remembers that?
Go ahead.
Demi Moore in Striptease.
Okay.
Thanks, Neil.
You got it. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye. Demi, get it right, Moore in Striptease. Now, here's one. How the hell could I have forgotten this? Well, I was so carried away with Godfather 3. Scent of a Woman, Al Pacino. Not just a bad performance, an embarrassingly bad. He gets an Academy Award for it. That's the best part, to show what a political bunch of crap that is. I mean, you talk about overacting and just bizarre. His whole, the whole ambiance of his character, the whole movie, was just unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yeah.
We got something new on our website.
I beg your pardon?
We got something new on our website.
Oh, it's up there now?
Something a little squirrely.
Oh, the audience needs to see this. Let me see. Oh, God. Now let me, so this one, the balls aren't swinging? They're just like, they're stationary?
Oh, they were swinging.
Mine aren't swinging. My balls aren't swinging, man.
No, I didn't know they were swinging at all. Was that how the original picture came?
Yeah, the balls swing.
I need to edit it a different way. I'm sorry.
Anybody can have balls that just, a sack that just hangs down there, but to have swinging balls.
They'll be swinging
Isn't
shortly.
that what Mo told you at the T-Ra? This is an amazing true story. Mo Howard David is in there taking a leak while Beaner Boy is taking his bath in the sink this morning in a QMT room. And Mo says he's telling you the story about he's coming to work this morning and he sees this Cuban guy getting ahead in his car on the way to work.
In his car?
In the car next to him on a highway, schmuck. And he was obviously obsessed with this because he talked about it at length this morning from what I heard. That's about all he was talking about. He said he was going to, because there was a tie-up on 95, he was going to take the turnpike going home and he was going to see if he could find that Cuban guy. Which you can interpret that any way you want. Maybe he wanted to be the next in line. So he's trying to show Beaner Boy just the look on the guy's face as he looks over to this next car, and the guy had a big smile on his puss as he's getting ahead as he's driving to work. Now, what did he say to you?
Look. And I was like looking down at the sink. He's like, no,
but look. He's standing at the urinal taking a leak saying, look.
And I'm like, no, I get it. He's like, no, but you gotta look.
See, if I'm standing there and Mo is saying to me, look, my thought is, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. So the Gallery of the Weird, the squirrely Mo is right next to the Mozo, which you can pick your whichever one you like the best. And I have a feeling you'll be able to. Now, what's that thing underneath it there?
Yeah, I gotta put that picture back. I must have taken it down by accident.
What, the Pharrell picture?
Right, because I resized it.
Yeah, make his package a little bit smaller, okay? It's too intimidating for most of the rest of us. Pedro in Miami says, here's one, Nicolas Cage in Con Air. It was so bad that it made Keanu Reeves in Dracula look good. Wow. Thanks, Pedro. Got that down, Nicolas Cage in Con Air?
Got it.
Nicolas Cage was worse in Face Off with John Travolta.
Well, put it down. Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. Oh, my God. I'd rather watch the rest of Trainspotting first before I'd watch that. 5670560, pound 560. We promise this is our last movie show, at least until Monday. We've been overdoing this for like the last 3 or 4 weeks now, very movie intensive. And we apologize, don't we?
No.
Don't we want to apologize to the audience for getting like too one-dimensional?
No.
We don't want to do that. We'd rather give away some Marlin tickets. It'll take Pharrell about another week, and then he'll understand. In fact, once they come back home and he starts going to a few more games and realizes that he's got his own section,
yeah,
he'll begin to realize, and especially once we get into the dog days of July and August, when it's 100 degrees in the shade and the mosquitoes are as big as baseballs and there ain't nobody there, he'll start saying, gee, I think this was a bad move on my part.
Right. He'll learn.
For hopping on this gland wagon. Here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hi, Neil. This is Rosemary, first-time caller.
Hi, Rosemary.
I have a request for you. Can you play My Religion is Better Than Your Religion?
Any special reason?
My boyfriend said it's a good song, and I wanted to hear it.
Okay, Rosemary, you got it.
All right, thanks a lot, Neil.
Have a great weekend.
You too, honey.
Bye-bye. See, another woman who wanted something? Right. I just mentioned that in passing. I'll be glad to play it for her. It's a great bit. I did just play it yesterday, though, just coincidentally, but I'll be delighted to play it. But another female caller who wanted something.
Amazing. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM. Hammer. The Hammer. Hank Goldberg.
How many games did he miss in the last 3 years? I'll give you an over-under of 12 for $1,000.
I say over 12.
Pay me, homie.
Hey. Sports Radio 560 QAM.
You're a bastard.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. My beliefs are what's required to avoid a lake of fire. My religion's better than yours.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. Why, my religion advocates bigotry and racial hate. My religion's better than yours. My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours.
Yes.
What we like about it best, I fondle boys and wear a dress. My religion's better than yours.
Father O'Toole, God.
My religion's better than your religion.
My religion's much better than yours. We have no respect for women. Drive a cab to make a living. My religion's better than yours.
My religion's better than yours. Religion. My religion's much better than yours. Chupa harbor a spooky ghost. We slaughter pigs and dogs and goats. My religion's better than yours.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. Yeah. We wear beanies and pigtails and never ever pay retail. My religion's better than yours. Please.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. We knock on doors to bother you like Fuller Brush to spew our views. My religion's better than yours.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's much better than yours.
We wear ties and ride our bikes and get to marry lots of wives. My religion's better than yours.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. We don't want to use our brains. We're mindless lemmings on parade. My religion's better than yours.
Good old time religion, baby. That's what's doing it. We got that roadmap to peace.
Oh!
We love each other. 11:45, 15 till noon at 560 QM. 347 votes on poll number 1. How would you rate your parents? And I think we're proving our point, are we not?
Yes, we are.
Both great, 175. That's over 50% of this audience.
All right.
Let's hear it. Lucky bastards, because you can pick your nose, you can pick seeds out of your ass, but you can't pick your parents. Both great, 175. Both okay, 70. Mother good, father lame, 54. Both a disaster, 36. Aw. And father good, mother lame, only 12. See that, 54 to 12? 54 to 12. With a good mother and a really crappy father. A lame father, an emotional cripple, a basket case, a cold as ice stone man, a piece of turd, a distant, nasty, miserable, hostile prick. You got it? I think we made the point.
Yeah, got it.
So it was worthwhile. And in the meantime, we're building the other poll, which will go up at noon. It'll be up on air all weekend long. The worst acting performance ever in a movie was, and so far we got Eli Wallach, Godfather 3, Sophia Coppola, Godfather 3, Bo Derek in Tarzan. What's the name of that movie? Was Tarzan what?
Tarzan the Ape Man.
Oh. Hayden Christensen, poor little Hayden. Come on, Hayden, let me pat you on the head. Everything will be okay. Star Wars 2. Daryl Hannah in Clan of the Cave Bear, and then you got the rest of the list.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's the only ones I wrote down. You said you don't have to write them down.
Sylvester Stallone in Rhinestone, Tom Hanks in Joe versus the Volcano, Nicolas Cage in Moonstruck.
Now wait a minute. Why are you reading these? See, this is like what you do with the spots for Treasure Island. See, like you're making an announcement.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Corny.
I'm trying. Exactly an effective voice. Why can't you read the rest of the list just the same way you were talking to me before that?
Sorry.
I'm trying to give you like a little broadcast etiquette here.
Trying to be cute.
Okay, don't be cute. Just read them like in your natural voice. In fact, maybe you want to read them in Pharrell's voice.
Vin Diesel in the Fast and the Furious. It was neither of the above there. Shaquille O'Neal and Kazaam. He's not making enough money. He has to make Kazaam. Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. Reloaded. Either one of them, I guess. Madonna in a long list of these movies. I only wrote half of them down. Sabina's Boys got the rest. Body of Evidence. Shanghai Swept to Who's of Blood. Elizabeth Berkley in Showgirls. I didn't know anybody was supposed to be acting in that. Frank Sinatra. We're never going to find out the name of that other movie. Robert Downey Jr. Whatever, in Dreams. Nicolas Cage, Con Air. Demi Moore in Striptease. Al Pacino in Stench of a Woman. And Nicolas Cage in Get That Face Off.
Now, I just want to ask Boner Boy if he agrees with me. When you do that voice, not only do you sound better, but all of a sudden you acquire that Pharrell personality. You're actually funny.
He's infectious.
Oh my, am I right?
Yeah, he forgets to be himself.
Right. He's morphing into a Pharrell Jr.
Oh, you should see it. It's a visual thing, too.
Mini Pharrell. In fact, probably even his package grows a little bit.
You should see it.
Okay, let's see now. Silver Chair. Was that the name of that movie? Sliver.
We don't know, for real. She wanted the name of the old guy in it.
And
we'll never find that.
Sliver's a movie that is about a hotel and one of those.
Well, yeah, Peeping Tom movie.
Yeah.
Really?
That has nothing to do with.
Peeping Through the Pee Hole, is that in there?
In other words, we have absolutely no idea what movie she was talking about.
Well,
nor the actor
but
in
she
it.
gave us the Demi Moore one to cover her ass, so we got that on there. Got it? Did you do that when you went out? Did you do a Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino?
Yes, I did. I called it Stench of a Woman, though.
Oh, it was. I don't care how do I keep doing that? I don't care how anybody tries to tell you that that's a good movie. In fact, I wish you would see it. I've been begging you to see that. Then you'll say, how can that be anybody Academy Award for that? I don't want it. What a performance. And talk about an ending. At the end of the movie, he goes back home to, I don't know if it's his wife or his sister. I don't know who the hell it is, because we never find out. And he goes and he walks in, and he's like this curmudgeonly, nasty prick who wanted to kill himself, and everybody hates him, and he's got, he just wanders in, and that's it. They don't tell us who it is or what the relationship, that's it. And you say, oh, thank God it's over anyway. We don't need a good ending, just an ending would be good enough. Awful movie. Here's a call from Jupiter. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
George is getting pretty good at that Pharrell voice. That's scary,
I think
man.
that's magnificent. It sure as hell beats just being George.
I tell you what, speaking of Pharrell, that crossover segment that you do when you talk to each other,
yeah,
it's so unpredictable and off the wall. I tune in just to make sure I catch that every day. It's great.
Now, do you think we ought to do that every day? Because crossovers to me are generally, huh?
I love it every day.
Okay.
And nomination for the poll.
Yes, sir.
17-year-old nephew was living with me, and I think he got this movie for spank material. It was so bad. It was Britney Spears in the movie Crossroads. She was awful. It was embarrassing. I was embarrassed for her.
You got.
If she couldn't it was so bad it's beyond description. You wish you could lip sync her movie part.
We got it, Pally.
Thanks.
See ya. He got it for some monkey spanking material, and why the hell not if Britney's in it? What?
We also got the name of that Sylvester Stallone, Sharon Stone movie.
Really?
Yeah, we got it on the fax. I just sent it to him. Sean got it.
Oh, you got it? All right. The Specialist.
The Specialist. Oh, that was awful. And you're supposed to... Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
It's a Sylvester.
Exactly. That's why I didn't see it. I wouldn't watch a movie with him in it if you paid me by the second. Oh, you mean you haven't seen Rocky? Well, it's been on TV about 40 million times, and every time it comes on, I see about 2 seconds, and that's how long it takes me to change the channel. Now, that is something, somebody needs to explain that to me. I know there's a lot of really stupid people out there. There's a lot of people who admire dumbness because they feel it's like they can relate to it, like the president. But, how can you watch him and take him serious? And from what I understand, he really believes he's a great actor. He really believes his own bullshit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's the best. But like I said, there's a lot of dumb people out there. What's wrong with making dumb movies for dumb people? Everybody's got to have something. Just like the guy said about Britney. Everybody's got to have some monkey spanking movies. Although, generally speaking, if you're going to get a monkey spanking movie, might as well get one where somebody's really doing it.
Yeah, those are skanky-ass, nasty-looking people, though.
Not necessarily. You're just getting the wrong ones. The recently departed Rod Steiger played the over-the-top Cuban mafia patriarch in The Specialist. Oh, I think I did see that. Or at least a bit of it. For the accent, imagine Tony Montana at 75 years old. James Wood is the hypersensitive former CIA assassin not to be missed, says Sean. P.S. The worst performance must be Christopher Lambert in Greystroke, Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes.
He did a fine job acting like a monkey, I thought.
Says he makes Steven Seagal look like Sir Laurence Olivier.
Oh, no.
I beg your pardon?
Nobody can make Steven Seagal look like anything but a piece of crap. Which doesn't belong on the screen.
Yeah. How about, and you know what? I never got that other movie. Well, there's a whole bunch of them I never got, but the one with, what's his name that I can't stand from Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Richard Dreyfuss. From Mr. Holland's Penis. Never got that. What was it called?
Mr. Holland's Opus?
No, the one that they said was so funny that we'd pee in our pants.
Oh, the horse racing movie? Let It Ride.
Yeah.
Let It Ride.
Oh, I'll never get it. I'm not getting the movie with Richard Dreyfuss. He just bugs me. I don't like him. And it's not just because of that one movie. I just don't like his whole ambiance. He's just too, I don't know.
He's a melodramatic actor.
Just like the actor who played in that Portnoy's Complaint, that stereotypical Jewy guy, and what the hell's his name?
I never saw Portnoy's Complaint.
Oh, where he was screwing a box of liver? Oh, you'd like that. Hey,
liver.
As a matter of fact, tell Clarence that's something out of practice over the weekend in Omaha, and then when he gets back, because they got, they're famous for the great meat in Omaha. He said that he likes the beast so much he's going to take him home as a trophy and mount him in the living room. 567-0560, pound 560. Every time I talk about that, I start envisioning it, and I can actually, some things you say that are so off the wall, and you just never could imagine it, but I can imagine that.
I don't want to.
And I think they'd like it. That's the scary part. I think that you're talking about two guys who are so desperate. Clarence just turned 30. He's never got laid. Never even got close to being laid. Because at least to get laid, you have to get a little bit of somebody's clothes off. Unless it's just a dry hump, He never even got close. The closest he came was chewing on some nice young lady's elbow, and that was the end of that. And then the beast, he's, he'll tell you stories, like Robert Grieper. He'll tell, I'm not a virgin. See, blow-up dolls don't count, Robert. He's got that Janet Reno blow-up doll.
Oh, no. He hates her. She's a Democrat.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's trying to, kind of like a thing from The Exorcist. 376 votes on your parents with Father's Day this Sunday. This is our prove a point poll. 383. How would you rate your parents? Both great, 193. Over 50%.
All right.
That's good. I think that shows you why our audience is so well balanced, Both okay, 77. Mother good, father lame, 17. Father good, mother lame, 17. 57 to 17. And both a disaster, 39. Oh, poor babies. 39 with two bad parents. No wonder some of us are so dysfunctional,
Yeah.
No, seriously. See, my life could have been, not that I'm complaining, I'm doing pretty good for a schmuck, but it could have been so different. But the problem being that based on my upbringing, you can't complain about my social skills because I don't have any.
Well, it builds character, when you have hard-ass parents.
No, seriously, see, you didn't hear what I just said. You can't complain about my social skills because I don't have any.
Oh, come on.
What?
You have table manners and whatnot.
I'm not talking about etiquette. There's a difference between social skills, which means interacting with other people, and etiquette, which is like, don't slobber too much all over the table and walk around with all your lunch on your shirt like Fat Rich.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560, QAM.
This is Steve Goldstein, but you can call me Geldy. Whenever I'm in town, I listen to... Wait a minute, I am in town. It's the 12 to 1 hour.
Hey there, Miss Brittany, I wanna let you know you are my favorite teen. 'Cause I love what you do, kinda wish that I was you, just a little more obscene. Brittany, 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 I wear your t-shirt as my nightie. Brittany, I like to have you on my body. When it comes to Granny Day, there's no way you're gonna win for best female performance. I've been doing this so long, and in time you'll have your day. Even though I love your song, you best stay out of my way. Brittany, you know that I think you're a hottie. Yeah, Brittany, love when you strip down, show your body.
Oh, this was kind of an illiterate thing here. This flowers for Algernon, which they got misspelled. Even I knew that. Algernon. And what's the name of the actor? Do you have any idea? It says Adam Stanyers.
I don't know who that is. Cliff Robertson was the star.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything wrong with that movie. Anybody being terrible in it.
And I'm not going to waste any more time because I've been looking and looking. And the one that keeps coming up here is that must have been a made-for-TV movie of it. Mm. And all these other people were in it, not Adam Nobody. And anything that says with John Wayne. Well, that's good. Yeah. I would agree with that, but we've got to have a name of a movie. Here's one that says, the worst performance ever, William Shatner, and then it says Schmittner, as Kirk in Star Trek. I can't disagree with that. I mean,
No,
at least in terms of putting it down,
Are we going to pick one Star Trek in particular?
Well, you go right ahead. Star Trek: The First Masturbation, is that the one you like?
Star Trek: The Motion Picture, the first one. I mean, whatever.
Okay, William Shatner in Star Trek. Well, why don't we just put down Star Trek, because he's the same in all of them. Same stiff, affected.
William Shatner in Star Treks.
5670560. Now let's get the new poll up there, okay? Here's the final result on the apparent poll. Oh, we need one more vote to get to 400. I like a nice even number. One more. Come on, you can do it. I'm refreshing it. I'm looking. I'm waiting. Come on. Like I said, 403. How would you rate your parents? Both great, 202. 50.1%. Both okay. Not great, but okay. 82. About 20%. About 20. Mother good, father lame, 60. Both parents a disaster, 40. And a good father, but a lame mother. Oh, there's nothing worse than a lame mother. We have any of those at QAM. 19. So 60 bad fathers, only 19 lame mothers. See it? Plus 40, you say both of them stunk like what's his name, like Remus. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Don't forget our close personal buddy, Joe Costello, used to be our friend until I said I was going to give the Dolphin tickets to Beaner Boy this year. Well, maybe you'll split them up with him, huh?
He'll share.
I was thinking of giving him some of them, and
then you thought, why would I do that when I could sell them?
Right.
Right.
Well, by give, I meant,
well, no, see, I'm giving them to you, and then you do whatever you want with them. You know what I'm saying?
Reasonably priced.
And I'll give you those parking passes, too, those purple parking passes. Ooh. See, I'd have a feeling that he's probably going to wind up selling them.
Some of them.
Probably get some good bucks. We could sell them right on here. We can auction them off and say it's for our favorite charity. Beaner Boy. Right. 5670560, our poll question today. Who do you like, the regular George or the Pharrell Jr. George? We already did that one time.
Yeah.
And the Pharrell Jr. George won by a mile. You better practice up on that, because you're going to have a whole summer of doing that.
Oh, man.
You better start drinking like a lot of tea with honey and lemon.
I'm going to start inhaling those cigars. You're not supposed to inhale them, but I think I'm going to have to now, just to keep my voice in this.
Now, how long do you think he talked like that, since that is his real voice? How long? I mean, what age did he develop that voice? You couldn't have possibly had that all his life, you think?
From the age of 12, when I had that turpentine accident, one of my friends said this was scotch.
I'll tell you one thing, when his nuts dropped, must have been like a goddamn earthquake. Let's see, Brad Pitt as an IRA terrorist in The Devil's Own was easily the worst attempt at acting in the history of cinema. His pathetic effort at portraying a terrorist with Irish descent was so appalling that I personally went on strike against the whole industry for 6 months. If it was anyone else, their career would have been blacklisted until they were buried. Lucky for him, even though he's heterosexual guys think he's pretty. He is pretty. Even some of us he was. Also, any Ben Affleck movie should do well on your poll. This isn't a movie, but David Schwimmer in Band of Brothers almost destroyed the entire series. And it says, Big Lebowski is hilarious. Oh! That Beaner Boy keeps trying to talk me out of. I'm going to go out and get it today. And maybe even watch it tomorrow. How do you like that?
Don't miss it.
Hey, listen, it can't be any worse than Trainspotting.
Trainspotting was a masterpiece of a movie.
Oh, please. How could anybody? You know, I've given Joe Costello those Dolphin tickets for a long time now. It's kind of like a tradition. And I have a feeling you're trying to, talk your way out of them. You really mean that Trainspotting was a masterpiece of a movie?
Even for non-fecal freaks.
Oh, so in other words, you're admitting that you're a fecal freak. Is that what you're trying to say now?
They call him the Scat Man at home.
5670560. I mean, here is a guy. Yeah, I think we're onto Pharrell's secret. I think you brought him out of the closet. I think that once anybody puts on that voice, and people that weren't even mildly amusing before are now all of a sudden they're a panic.
Those people are evil.
5670560. Here's a call from Daytona Beach. Hello.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
The Frank Sinatra movie was called The Kissing Bandit.
Okay.
That guy wasn't close with Katherine Grayson. Absolutely the worst. But you know what would have made Scent of a Woman a good movie? If while he's driving blind, that they both got killed.
That sure would have shortened it up a little bit.
A good movie.
All right. I agree.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Pally.
Okay, bye.
See ya. He's right. Yeah, he was driving a Ferrari, test driving a Ferrari. Blind man. And Chris O'Donnell was telling him, oh, take a sharp left here. I mean, it's just so preposterous. And it's in New York, no less. But there's nobody on the streets. There's no cars parked alongside the curb. There's just all these empty streets. There's no traffic in the middle of the day. And just coincidentally, there happens to be no traffic. And he's flooring it. I don't want to say it's just a little bit ludicrous, okay? Just a little bit outrageous. The whole premise and everything.
Hoo-ah!
Yeah. And then one of the best parts of the movie, I'll spoil it for you because I'll avoid you wasting your time seeing it, is when he takes this Marine hero who's now a doddering fool, and they take him in the limo. And Chris O'Donnell's sitting outside in limo while he's in the whorehouse trying to get laid and he can't get it up. And comes out real sad, you know. That to me was one, I think that was very appropriate for the whole ambiance. Awful. Just brutal. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Last night was the MTV Movie Awards.
It was?
Yeah.
They've been replaying it for a week.
Oh, in other words, it's a week old?
Yeah.
Like I said, last night MTV showed the movie awards again. I thought it was actually on. Well, what the hell do I know?
Right. They actually had some funny pieces in it.
Oh, I didn't see no funny piece. I saw a part where they were trying to be funny with Will Smith, and I forget who the other Schwarzer was on there with him. And it was so pathetic. And it was the comedy movie award, and then luckily Austin Powers won it, Mike Myers, which is great. But they were trying to be funny, and the funny thing was that they both said a line, and then he said July 18th.
Right. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that part.
And they were yucking it up like, did you hear that?
Bad Boys 2.
Oh my God, Will Smith, he makes me gag up food that I've eaten years ago.
Oh, for a Scud missile while they're both on stage together.
Oh my God, Jesus, good God Almighty. And of course, if you say that makes you racist if you don't like Will Smith. I don't dislike him because he's black. I love Morgan Freeman. I love Denzel Washington, although I can't tell one from the other, even though one's old enough to be the other one's grandfather. But Will Smith.
Then you'd really enjoy 6 Degrees of Separation, starring
Will Smith. Oh, gag me with a prune. Here's a call from Boca, speaking of prunes. Hello. Good one. Okay.
That was an elk whistle.
That must have been Mo with the phone stuck up his bag.
Mo phone.
The Mo phone. Oh, don't forget, get to our website, please. Oh, I'm already going to vote. The new poll is up there. Look at this. There's going to be a lot of choices on here. I'm going to vote for the very first one because I'm the one that stuck it on there. Eli Wallach. I don't care what you say. He makes Sly Stallone look like Gregory Peck. At least in that movie. I'm not saying Eli Wallach was always a bad actor, but that performance, it was just mind-blowing. Please, eat the cannoli faster, Eli. Eat a couple of them. They're really good. Okay, we got some votes on there already, but just a smattering. The new poll is up. The worst acting performance. See, and again, don't confuse the worst actor or actress, which isn't necessarily so, because you sure as hell wouldn't say Eli Wallach is the worst actor in history, by far.
No.
But in that particular performance, we'd make an exception. It was just indescribable. And Sophia, you're almost, even though I put her on there, she's got a couple of votes, you're almost reluctant because she's not a real actress anyway. She just happened to be right there with a family.
Right.
Here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello. I just wanted to tell you that the name of the obnoxious Jewish guy is Richard Benjamin.
Richard Benjamin. He makes me sick.
Oh. He made me sick, too, in many things. But I wanted to ask you, what is the name of that British actor that's in a lot of things? He was in that, Rio de Janeiro movie. And
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. His worst performance ever. Not that he's a horrible actor, but
he's a great actor.
He's a great actor, but when he tried to play a Southerner in Hurry Sundown many, many years ago with a Southern accent, It was unbelievable. It was a horrible performance.
We'll put it down.
Okay.
Thanks
not a
lot.
lot of people are going to remember that, though. Okay,
well,
you're welcome.
One is good enough. Thanks a lot.
All right, you're welcome. Bye.
Michael Caine in Sundown. Yeah, see, there's bad accents. Forget about it, the whole movie, which I was reading a review on, what's that Robin Williams, Matt Damon movie? Good Will Hunting. And aside from the fact that Robin Williams eventually breaks into his usual stale routine, aside from that fact, the South Boston accents are so bad in there, and I think that's in my big Bone book, the Bone book. It says Matt Damon's bone is so bad in there. It's
Speaking about Michael Caine movies,
I do like Matt Damon a lot, though.
I think
Yes?
I got a wiener.
You got a wiener?
Jaws 4. I forgot what the woman's name is. The mother of all the Jawses in Jaws 4.
She's the shark mother?
Well, no. Not
Mama Shark?
Mama Shark. I'm going to find out her name, but that has to be one of the worst performances by any actor. I've seen
one moment, please.
child school plays.
Jaws 4, 20... now, is she in all the Jawses?
Yes.
Oh. Here's the 25th Anniversary Collector's Edition. Wouldn't you like, maybe George will buy it for you? For your birthday, retroactive. And I'm clicking on it, and I'm clicking on it. Do you know what really frosts my ass? When you're doing a search and you get a pop-up ad, is that supposed to happen? Huh? No, seriously. Is that supposed to happen?
They have ways.
Oh, we have Vase?
Duh.
Okay, I'll get to it during the break because I don't want to get behind here. But I got the big shark is on there now. Look at that in full color. And there's some naked broad swoon on top. Stark naked as a jaybird. 12:13 at 560 WQM. Barbecues Galore has got an unbeatable selection of grills that you'll only find at their stores. Nobody else in the universe has them, and certainly nobody can match their deals either. This week, check out their incredible deal, unbeatable, on the 3-burner barbecue chef. It's a Barbecues Galore exclusive, and it costs you only $199. It's got 42,000 BTUs, a 625 square inch cooking area, and a built-in hood thermometer. You can't beat this deal for a liquid propane grill. For all you traditionalists out there, check out the new Beefmaster Charcoal Grill, another Barbecues Galore exclusive. It costs you only $199. With more than 600 square inches of cooking space, cast iron cooking grills, an adjustable fire grate, and a full-width ash catcher, both these grills will make a perfect gift for Father's Day, so hurry on in there this weekend. And speaking of Father's Day, Barbecues Galore's got great gift ideas for Dad, that is if you have a good one, for all price ranges, many of them under $50. Barbecues Galore carries the biggest selection of barbecues and accessories. They got everything you need. They have gas, they have charcoal, they got smokers, tailgate supplies, all at the guaranteed lowest prices anywhere in town. And when you go into Barbecues Galore, be sure and take advantage of no payment, same as cash, financing until January 2004 on approved credit. You'll find stores in Plantation, that's on University Drive in a prestigious Fountain Shopping Center, and in Coral Springs corner of Sample and Rock Island Roads. Please keep in mind for all your barbecuing needs this summer and all year round, great stores. You'll love shopping here. The people are stupendous. Barbecues Galore.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Yes, dude. Are you a terrorist who's tired of paying outrageous prices for your tools of wanton destruction? Then come to Crazy Ahmed's Discount Terrorism Warehouse. Hey, even though you're a deranged Islamic fundamentalist killing machine, you still know a bargain when you see one. All weekend long, it's a big car bomb blowout spectacular. Buy a car packed with over 1,000 pounds of explosives, get free air conditioning. Because when you're getting ready to drive into a building and blow your head off, you want to be cool and comfortable. How can I do this? I'm crazy, just like you. Today only, buy one ski mask, get 5 free. Available in black, red, turquoise, and taupe. Because when you're confronting the great Satan known as the United States, you want to look sharp. Pipe bombs? We got the pipe bombs. Pipe bombs filled with so much shrapnel, your evil American targets will be whistling Dixie out the other side of their ass. Buy one pipe bomb, get a set of brass knuckles free. Perfect for the next time you catch your wife without her veil. Cover your face, blaspheming Jezebel slut! So come to Crazy Ahmed's Discount Terrorism Warehouse, where we're declaring holy war on prices. Praise Allah!
12:18 at 560 WQM. Happy Friday, too. We got the Mad Dog back from a really rough work week. He has really been overdoing it this week. Funny. He'll be at the Hooters in Pembroke Pines today, really finishing out a brutal week, 2 to 4. Hank Goldberg in the studio, 4 to 7. And we got QAM Rewound, the best of QAM, at 7 to 7:30. You notice it's a really short show?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Marlins on deck, 7:30. Marlins at the Rangers, 8:05. Eddie K after the baseball game, ESPN Radio overnight. Here's the first votes on our poll. The worst acting performance ever in a movie. Oh, and before we get to that, the only female I find on the list of characters, actor Lorraine Gary. Is that her?
That's her.
In Jaws?
Yes.
So we putting that on there? Lorraine Gary in Jaws?
He did it.
Got it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. The worst acting performance ever in a movie was, and you can vote now, and we'll build the list. We're building it. Shaquille O'Neal in Kazaam has got 10. Well, I'm sure glad I missed that. But Sophia Coppola in Godfather 3 has got 6 already. Dad. I mean, it's like most of the other people in that movie were acting except for her, Eli Wallach, and George Hamilton the third or fourth or whatever he is.
Okay. Right.
Oh my God. Sophia's got 6. Keanu Reeves in The Matrix 5. Eli Wallach, Godfather 3's got 4. Let's hear it.
Oh!
That's my choice. Bo Derek in Tarzan the Ape Man's got 4. Sly Stallone in Rhinestone's got 4. Vin Diesel, The Fast and the Furious 3. And also Britney in Crossover's got 3. And the rest are like, we're just building it. We're just getting started. Just getting our feet wet.
Crossover.
I beg your pardon?
The movie was Crossroads, but who am I to
Well,
know?
it says, now whose mistake is that? Is that Beaner Boy's mistake or Eric's mistake? I have a feeling it's Beaner Boy.
Probably was.
Is it your mistake?
I'm sure it was.
Okay, well, there's one pair of tickets that just, Here's Pompano Beach. Hello. Pompano Beach. Speak to me.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yes, I am.
Okay. If they haven't called this one in, Justine Bateman in Speed.
What's the name of the movie? Speed.
Justine Bateman.
Okay, we got you down, Pally.
Justine Bateman was in Speed.
Hey, Neil, can you do something for me?
Anything you like.
Can you play 2 joints? Because it's the weekend.
Okay, you got it, man.
He has obviously already smoked his.
Because she wasn't in that movie?
No. Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock's, and I like Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Let's not pick on her. How could she have been done a bad performance?
It was just fine.
A cutesy, fine performance. There was nothing wrong with it.
You know something? That is always the word that comes to my mind when I think of Sandra Bullock, cutesy. And she was even in a movie with Ben Affleck, the wooden, stone-faced Ben Affleck, and that movie was kind of cute. I don't know what the name of that movie was. You know what I'm talking about?
Forces of Nature?
Was that it?
I don't know.
wouldn't
I'm
know
just
anyway.
guessing. I'm just trying to...
But it was okay, and not because of him, but because she's cute. I just like her. And what was that movie that she was in that I can never think of the name of, where she was like in Chicago, and she met the guy on the guy that almost got killed on the subway?
Oh, I know. And he went into a coma.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she waited and waited, and he came out of the coma, and he had amnesia, and he thought that she was his wife or fiancée or whatever. Remember that?
Her whole family, his whole family thought that.
Right.
I forgot the name of the movie, but I
that was a cute movie. I like Sandra Bullock. Let's not pick on her, okay? I would be, well, like you said, the last guy maybe smoked a little bit too much, okay? Maybe he got into some bad crap. Some unrighteous crap as opposed to the really righteous crap like Damon was getting. They had a pretty good business going there for a while, you notice?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, that I just hit a store point with George.
What?
When I said that Damon and Harry had a pretty good business going there.
Oh, yeah, they did.
But,
yeah, greed kills.
The shoebox started getting emptier and emptier and emptier.
Right. Yeah, that shoebox. I mean, if you were like selling drugs, wouldn't you like? And did we ever figure out where it is that they were hiding that shoebox?
In the closet.
Was it
like a post office box?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was not in a house or something. It was like in a something. Ah, jeez.
Everybody knows you should not get high on your supply.
And I want to clarify once again, because George, as usual, as you'd expect, defending Jennifer Connelly, and I like her a lot, but the fact is, she was the chicken in the woodpile. She's the one that created the whole problem. Because Harry was trying to raise enough money to buy her that store and just set her up in business. Otherwise, they would have just been satisfied to being just your regular little old junkies, and they wouldn't have had to go out there and get into a big song and a dance. They wouldn't have been there when they raided that joint, when that truck came into town and took off for Florida. They wouldn't have gotten in the thing and gone to Florida.
Right.
And he wouldn't have had that big purple thing in his arm, which meant they had to chop it off.
I rethunk it. She was the one that sunk it.
And she was, I mean, okay. I mean, when you're talking about addicts, naturally, you're not talking generally about people who wind up with like a nice personality. You see what I'm saying?
Brings out the best in people.
Yeah. But I mean, she was an extra bitchy slut. She was just, and blamed it all on him.
Right.
And of course, you know, if I have to choose between him and her, I'm gonna choose him.
Even without the arm?
Even without the arm. Well, he's got one. In fact, without the arm, maybe he could use some help. 567-0560, pound 560.
Lend Harry a hand.
I'd be glad to lend Harry a hand. If he'd maybe eat a sandwich, just one or two. We'll invite him into our studio since it's the only one in the building you can eat in. Anybody missed the bulletin this morning on the Moe and Pharrell shows, on the Moe and Pharrell crossover? No eating out in their studio. No food out in the hallway there because Clarence is playing butch ball. See, you know what I think it is? You notice the timing of this? The coincidence, it's more than a coincidence, the fact that I brought Clarence out of the closet, the fact that he's so desperate that he'll hump the beast to try to get laid. So now he's trying to, like, build up that macho image, being program director. He's going to start throwing his weight around, which there really ain't that much. And he's going to start sending out memos. You can't do this, you can't do that, there's no food allowed. Even on that table that sits out there that we're talking about, which the audience don't know because they haven't been in the building, most of them, but there's a table that's the food table.
Right.
That's the breakfast table for the morning show.
No, in the kitchen.
Bullcrap. Bullschmidt. That's where everybody who brings in food, including back in the days of Ira and Scott and those guys, and everybody else, they put all that stuff there. The fat-ass Doreen, she piles up the stuff there. Oh, and also you were telling me this morning, speaking of golf tournaments, Geldy had that golf tournament to raise money for charity, which they keep talking about and patting him on the back. See, if you're going to raise money for charity, don't pat yourself on the back all the time about giving back to the community. Just do it, okay?
Right.
I mean, you can announce it, promote it, but don't keep patting. But anyway, so Mo didn't show up for that Geldy golf tournament?
No Mo.
I'll be damned. No Mo.
And rumor is he was in town when he said he wasn't.
So you're saying that he just shined him?
That's what the rumor is.
Which is probably one of many reasons that the culmination of all of these things have put Geldy over the edge and caused him to, like, just vanish.
Live and local.
Kind of like Sheridan on
Sports Radio 560. QAM.
David's a bitch.
Yes! Yes! 560 WQAM is relieved to present the Pharrell and Geldy Show.
Dad! Boy, it sure smells better in here now that Mo died.
Yeah, I don't have to bring a towel to wipe the chair off no more.
I didn't say it was that voice all day.
Look who's talking.
My voice don't always sound like that.
No, this is my voice. I'm not putting you on.
Every day I wake up sounding the same way.
Hey,
What?
your voice, it's,
Oh,
yeah. Like I was saying. What? You want to change your voice?
Yeah, I want a gravelly one like you.
Well, all you gotta do is grab your balls like this.
Ooh, that hurt. Ow. Ooh, let go my balls.
They weren't easy to find, pal.
I'll grab your balls.
We'll taught you good with the kung fu grip. Yeah, your voice changing yet?
Yeah.
Please.
Boy, that Mo sure has a interesting package, you know what? Look! I'm sorry, I'm just quoting him from this morning. No, his balls ain't swinging yet, though. Are you going to work on that?
It's a complicated thing, but yeah, he's working on it.
Because we got a real battle going on here. We got Squirrely Mo against Mozo. In fact, you know something? Maybe on Monday we'll have like our first, we do the early poll.
Yeah.
We'll have a runoff on that and find out which one they like the better. Squirrely Mo. I think I like Squirrely Mo a little bit better when his package starts swinging around. He'll be a little bit more in your face, as Joe Costello might say. Don't forget, Joe is out at Verizon Wireless till 2 p.m. 329 Arthur Godfrey Road, Miami Beach. Look for the QAM van. He's got some prizes, some Marlins tickets, and he'd be just tickled to death to see you and say all kinds of nasty things about me since I'm giving his Dolphin tickets to Beaner Boy this year. And especially considering how ugly Beaner Boy is, the fact that I'm being generous enough to do that. Because I'm always the one that gets accused, you know. Oh, and also don't forget today is the last, well, and over the weekend, but they won't be able to hear about it. First, remind them about the Hot Couples Contest, because the deadline to get your pictures into NeilRogers.com is 10 a.m. on Monday. And then next week we'll be doing the voting all week long, put the pictures up on the website, and people can vote for the hottest couple of them all. And we got, about a dozen, something like that?
Thereabouts.
And there's some pretty interesting people on there, but I will say this, it's not like the last one,
right,
where you had the models as a couple who, right off the bat, that they were either going to win or maybe be second at the worst. Here it's kind of like a level playing field. Oh my God, it's Engineer Julio. How you doing, amigo?
I'm doing good, Neil. How are you?
I'm doing fine, except for the fact I'm coming back for a few days, but I'll be out of there.
I heard you had phone trouble, so I was calling.
You'd be the guy. What are you doing these days?
I was just calling to, number one, say goodbye to you, and number two, tell you what a pleasure it was working all that time with you.
Didn't we already do this?
Well,
Not on the air.
But not on the air.
Oh, we didn't do it on the air. Oh, okay.
No, and let you know I'll be moving on to Phoenix. I picked up a job there.
Excellent. Beautiful. Anywhere that gets out of South Florida can only be moving up in the world.
Oh, you don't understand how happy I am.
Yes,
Probably the best thing that ever happened to me.
I think I do.
Anyways, I just wanted to call and let you know I appreciated everything you ever did for me, and it was great working with you and George and even Carlos.
Well, we appreciate everything you did for us. This was an engineer who really cared. He's one of the few people ever walked in that building who cared about doing a good job. And this studio up here is a testament to you because you did a lot of the work on it there toward the end.
Well, it was my pleasure, and as always, I'm proud to do whatever I can.
As a matter of fact, in honor of this call, Julio, after the show, I'm going to go out and write your name in the alley.
Oh, do you think you can also maybe get a dance for me at the Zanzibar?
For under $20.
Yeah.
Good luck, Julio. Good hearing from you.
Thanks, Neil. Take care.
Bye, Julio. You too.
Bye-bye.
Good guy. See? To show you we're not a bunch of hard-hearted bastards.
Oh!
There's a really good guy, Julio. Engineering Julio. Got a job in Phoenix. He's getting out of South Florida. He was up here for a couple of days. He discovered every nook and cranny and alley, and he's an interesting guy. We miss him. We miss him already. And look at all the problems we had there immediately upon his following. But now we got Fix-It. Fix-It's okay. What does he work, about one day a month?
No, he's here.
Is he? Mm-hmm. Fix-It's actually in the building?
Yes.
Well, that's something. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Shaq, I don't think they're going to catch Shaq, although Sophia's on his ass. Shaq has got 22. Shaquille O'Neal for Kazaam. Worst acting performance ever. Sophia's got 13 for Godfather 3. Bo Derek, Tarzan the Ape Man, 9. See, and that's interesting because ordinarily you wouldn't want to be picking on Bo Derek and Brittany and people. It still says crossover on my thing here. Isn't the name of it cross-dresser? Cross,
your heart.
And hope to die?
But in better news.
Yes?
Some swinging going on the website.
Oh, no! Everybody in the audience immediately is going to have to take a look on our website. And there it is right underneath the flame, where it's flaming, which I think is appropriate. Right underneath the plug for the Hot Couples Contest. There it is. It's Mo and his swinging nuts.
Oh!
Wow. You know something? I'd be hard-pressed to tell you which one I like better. Squirrely Mo or Mozo. Because Mozo morphs from the bald-headed, toothless Mo into like the clown, Mozo the clown. But swinging Mo he's like kind of standing there, but his nuts swing in the breeze.
Yeah, I like that one.
Look! Maybe that's what maybe he had like a premonition. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Be sure and check out Squirrely Mo over the weekend, okay? You will not be disappointed. He's a real swinger. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the worst acting performance ever. I didn't see the movie, but just seeing the previews was enough for C-School and Ebert. Was Vanilla Ice and Cool as Ice. And any movie Madonna did.
Okay, we got you down, man.
All right, hey, and also you had a couple of weeks ago about the most underrated actor. I think it's Steve McQueen, man, because that movie Papillon, I saw it when I was 7. I must have seen it like 30 times since.
About 30. Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, I had a fight with a coworker the other day because we were arguing which was the best decade in movies, and I was telling him the 70s, and he was telling me the 90s. You know,
90s? Oh, man.
Yeah. I told him, look, and I'm the same age as George. I said, look, Godfather, The French Connection, Network, The Exorcist, Papillon. I mean, those were Bound for Glory.
Deliverance.
Those were great movies.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can have a pro. Let's see what kind of taste people got up there.
which was the best decade in movies.
That is a good
All right. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Pally.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
We got you down. Vanilla Ice?
He made a movie?
Well, he made a movie. He made some great music. 5670560. He was no Will Smith, I'll tell you that. I just see him and I get angry. I don't begrudge anybody. Rosie O'Donnell, I just get sick when I see her, but I don't begrudge anybody anything, okay? Because life is short and you do the best you can. And if you're lucky enough to fall into a bucket of crap, grab it, Or like the guy in Trainspotting said, if you fall into a bucket of crap, fish around in it. I cannot believe the fact that you're trying to encourage me to watch the rest of that. It ain't gonna happen. It is not gonna happen. Oh, my goodness. So what was the term that Beaner Boy used before? He's a fecal freak?
That's what he used.
Well, he sure came to the right place to work, I'll tell you that. Because that's our motto at QAM. We're full of Schmidt. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you stay clear of the nuts, fecal-wise.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I got a couple. Tom Green, Freddie got fingered.
Oh.
Bad.
Yeah, what a big smash that was.
Mariah Carey and Glitter.
Yeah, let's put Tom Green down, just out of spite.
And just for the road, The Rock, The Mummy returns. Now, I got the worst performance, the worst performance by an actor as Jesus Christ, and that's Ted Neely, Jesus Christ Superstar. I hate you, George.
That's that same guy, yeah.
I know. Just don't get all emotional. It's that same guy. No kidding.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Hi, this is Hillary Clinton. I hope when you run out to buy my book, you won't be too shocked to discover I have a fat swinging under my skirt. But you can't blame Bill. He's certainly not gay. I just have the credentials every politician needs to be a wife of convenience. And it pretty much ended with that. Bill is such a horn dog, he probably would have never noticed I had man legs anyway. And Chelsea? Well, if you buy my book, you can read all about the affair I had with Sandra Bernhardt and our love child. Now, I wasn't born a Democrat. I switched parties after looking in the mirror and seeing the body of Tip O'Neill. So buy my book now, because I can never have enough. If you order a copy today, I will personally autograph the all-nude scratch and sniff fold-out. We should...
And you almost slipped up today.
Who, what?
You almost let me slip up. I haven't read my sentence from the Hillary book yet.
Damn it.
But I just came up with a good idea. See, I'm not going to schlep this back with me when I come back. So next week we'll keep them on the edge of their seat for a whole week. But, see, I'm not going to do it at the beginning of the show because that makes it predictable. Plus, there is no beginning of the show anymore now that Pharrell is here because, we do that crossover for about an hour. But anyway, here's today. This is about the fifth sentence? Hillary says, I was free to make choices unavailable to past generations of women in my own country and inconceivable to many women in the world today. That's it. Aren't you really getting into it now? Isn't it enough to make you want to just rush right out and pick up 2-3 copies and give it to everybody you know?
Or just rush right out.
5670560, pound 560.
Now you're talking.
Let's see. Don't ever take that off the site. It's hysterical and infectious, says Richard Evil. Oh, he's talking about the swing and mow. Yeah, instead of squirrely mow, we ought to call that swing and mow. What do you think? He's swinging it.
Or
I'm infectious!
Nutty mow.
And you notice they just keep swinging back and forth and back and forth.
I can't stop.
5670560. Hey, Carlos, look. Now, you have to have embellished that story. That can't be for real.
What's that?
I'm talking about Beaner Boy embellishing that story about his encounter in the tea room with Mo this morning.
Maybe he said, look one last time.
You sure he didn't say, look at this?
I would have left.
56705. 560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Maybe he was pointing at his bag. You don't know. Here's a call from Lauderhill. Hello. Lauderhill. Going once. Going twice. Gone. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. You know what is happening now? A lot of them are getting off of the phone and they're rushing to their computers. And you know what? I don't blame them. In fact, I got to look at it one more time. I just got to get my fix of swing and mow. Come on, let's go. And you know something? See, it's a little bit slow getting on there because too damn many people. Are you picking on Eric again? Yes. Good. Get him all psychotic. It don't take much. Gallery of the Weird. Here you go from the twisted minds of our talented listeners. And here you have on the left, Squirrely Mo, and they're swinging back and forth, to and fro. And Mozo on the right. Squirrely Mo and Mozo. And the best news of it all is that Geldy is finally wised up, and he hauled ass. Oh! He's evidently disappeared. Maybe he's down there in that pit with Sheridan and that rat. What a shame. Only on Passions could the sick minds who write that show put a beautiful, beautiful young lady like Sheridan down in that pit with the rats gnawing around at her feet.
Now, those wouldn't be Gambian rats, would they?
They might be. Maybe they're like just chia pets.
God, George loves saying that word.
Gambian rat.
He likes something about that. I don't know what it is.
Has a sound to it.
Worst performances this faxer, Keanu Reeves in the remake of Dracula. Valley Boy accent in period costume-filled theaters with embarrassed laughter. Oh, we got to put that down.
Keanu Reeves and just everything.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Keanu Reeves and Dracula. We can't put down. Do you have any idea how many movies some of these people have made? When you go and do a search on there, like I was looking for that Sinatra movie, which it turned out was Kissing Bandit. He made about 185,000 movies.
Oh, wow.
We don't have time for that crap.
Whoa.
Besides, there just aren't enough horses that want their heads chopped off. Best vision of the future sci-fi movie, A Boy and His Dog. You are
absolutely correct, sir.
I love that movie. Very, very young Don Johnson, who looked very good in that movie, by the way. No wonder they were milking him. Very clever premise. I guess they assume I haven't seen this. I talked about that movie for years. We both did love the ending. Right. Especially me. I loved it a lot.
Excellent ending. Hysterical.
Because I thought he made a good choice.
So did I.
Why Neil hates train spotting? It's a self-loathing straight guy thing. What? So in other words, Beaner Boy liked it because he's a self-loathing straight guy?
I guess.
It says if you like train spotting, you should see Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Has a very stupid title but excellent characters and super twisted plot. It's funny, sad, and has fantastic violent scenes. Mm-hmm. Oh, great.
Not as good as Snatch, but same director. Right
I don't mind the violence. I don't even mind the Snatch, okay? But I don't want to see that.
Well, no crap in Snatch.
You got to see Snatch next.
Oh, if I got a line for that.
Yeah? What is it?
I need the job.
You're not touching it?
I'm not touching that with your hand. Or tongue. Another best funny, moving, violent movie, True Romance, it says.
I liked it a lot.
I have it, I like it, but I don't think you'll like it.
Oh.
Yeah. Quentin Tarantino, it's Christian Slater, it's really violent. And,
Christian Slater, and you have it?
Yeah, it was given to me. It was a gift. Thank you very much, Robert.
Please. And you just said you like it.
It was alright, in spite of him.
This is the number one Christian Slater hater in the world. I mean, I can take him or leave him. He doesn't make me nauseous like he does to you.
I hate him.
And
why is that?
I hate his whole act, his ambiance, his personality.
I'll tell you who I'm really beginning to dislike a lot, and that's James Spader.
Oh, I hate him. I've hated him for years.
Yeah, he's starting to really get on my nerves.
Oh, annoying.
Anyway, why the masses don't like movies like Magnolia Network or Memento? If you've never read anything or been anywhere, if you don't know anything about literature, religion, fine art, history, or culture, then most of it flies right over your head. You miss all the irony, and it's boring. Sadly, the only literary illusions that most people can catch today are about pathetic old TV shows and commercials. Oh, like the ones that Boca Brian does. Now this is an excellent fax, right on target. Beautiful. And they'll be pleased to know I did not only see A Boy and His Dog several times, but loved it like crazy. Loved it. A very lovely Don Johnson. And you know who was really good in that, too, was, rest in peace, speaking of Magnolia?
Mm-hmm. Jason Robards.
Jason Robards, dead.
He was great.
There was on Biography last night, another underrated actor, James Coburn.
Right. Like him.
Who just died a couple of years ago. He was
Long
really good.
teeth.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. We got a dead-ass tie now. Sophia's right on Shaq's black ass. The worst acting performance ever in a picture was 28 votes apiece for Shaquille O'Neal and Kazaam and Sophia Coppola, dead, in Godfather 3. Dead. Hey, Sophia, dummy up, bitch. Look at that. He pulled two ahead again. That's going to be a battle. That's where the horse race is. Britney Spears in Crossroads. What's the real name of it?
Cross-dressing.
13. Bo Derek, Tarzan the Ape Man, 13. Sylvester Stallone, Rhinestone, 11. See, I want to say this seriously. If there's anybody out there in this audience, anywhere in the world, who really likes Sly Stallone and thinks that he's a real actor, we'll get you some help, okay? We'll take up a collection. Elizabeth Berkley in Showgirls, 10. Eli Wallach, Godfather 3. Eli's hanging in there. He's got 9. Sly Stallone, The Specialist, 9. Keanu Reeves, The Matrix, 8. Vin Diesel, 8 for the Fast and the Furious. Tom Hanks doing a volcano. You must have sneaked that in there when I wasn't looking.
No, we talked about it.
Did we talk about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I disagreed with it.
Well, too bad. And then, of course, also with 5 votes, Al Pacino, The Scent of a Woman. It sent me right to the toilet. That's what it sent me. It is bad. I want you to see it. I'll tell you what, when I'm there, I'll buy and bring you a copy. That's how badly I want you both to see it. And then you won't have to take it back, and you won't have any excuses that it's a day late.
I'll watch it.
Watch it at your perusal and amusement. Here's a call from Hollywood. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty damn good.
All right. How about Dan Marino in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective? That was some ugly work.
Dan Marino was in a movie?
Yes, sir.
Wasn't that a Jim Carrey movie?
Yep.
Yes.
Wasn't bad.
And Danny Boy was in it?
The movie was good, but he wasn't.
Okay, let's put it down. Let's pick on Danny. If it's good enough for Pharrell, it's good enough for us.
Thank you, Neil.
Thanks, Pally. Yeah, let's put down Danny Boy. We like you, Danny, but, you're not perfect. You got those Batman lips. You got it?
We got it.
Danny Marino. There won't be too many votes for that, because you don't pick on Danny.
And
Jimmy you can pick on, okay? Hey, you talked a big game, Jimmy. See, if it's me, I want Brian Greasy to... No, I take it back. I want Jay Fiedler because I'm a Patriots fan. I take that back. But if I were a Dolphin fan, which I'm not, I want Brian Greasy to start that first game, wouldn't you?
Remember
if he has a good
faxer that faxes 20 pages and we can't read any of them? That we asked not to fax anymore? Guess what?
He faxed again?
Yeah.
Hey, you're an asshole, sir. We hate you.
Dan Marino is a god. Oh!
5670560. Well, we'll never have any use for that again. Might as well play it there, right?
Might as well.
Shaquille 31, Sophia 28. It's a 2-horse race. And you know something? I bet she wins by, nose.
Oh.
Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello. Pembroke Pines. Going once. Here's Plantation Key. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. That Sandy Bullock movie you were talking about?
Yeah.
Called While You Were Sleeping.
Right. Good movie.
And, and perfect word for her. Cutesy and doable.
Okay.
Easily. Worst performance ever in a movie, Kevin Costner in Robin Hood.
Oh, do I hate Kevin Costner, man.
Chunks.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
He even makes me look like Mr. Personality. Okay, we got you down, pal. Thanks a lot.
Right.
Yeah, Kevin Costner in Robin Hood, and just about almost anything else he did, but that's a good one. You think he's got some of the naked pictures?
Of who?
Anybody, of whoever makes these movies, of whoever does the casting. And he's another one of those people you dare not say anything bad about Kevin Costner because he's like legendary, you know? Am I right?
Yeah, he's legendary.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Rumor I'm hearing is that Joe Costello is really pissed off with Boner Boy.
I can take Joe too.
For sucking up. Yeah, you could go with Joe, and he can leave his lovely wife home, and she can do the knitting or whatever she's doing, knit some little booties for that baby that's coming.
Live and local. This is
you don't know about it?
The radio's all yours now. QAM. 1 to 2 hour.
Morpheus, Neo, and Trinity are back in the next installment in The Matrix. The third prophecy. In the third prophecy, the Oracle says,
Mr. Smith will become Miss Smith.
First there was The Matrix, then The Matrix Reloaded, now Matrix Uncocked. Directed by the former Larry Wachowski, now known as Debbie. Coming soon to a theater and a dumpster near you.
Oh! 101 at 560 WQM. Our good friend Lynn Samuels has some suggestions. Devil's Advocate, she nominates Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves. Got it?
Got it.
Battlefield Earth, John Revolta. Warren in Boca, one of our chronic faxers, says, another worst performance, John Wayne in The Conqueror. He played Genghis Khan with his trademark slow Western drawl. Oh, God. John Wayne, another one. Kind of like a earlier version of Sly Stallone, if you ask me. You daren't say that. Next thing you're going to say, you didn't like that smell of teenage smegma.
Oh.
Huh?
What was that
Al
Pacino Keanu thing you mentioned earlier before Battlefield
The
Earth?
name of the movie, and you can put them down singly since we're not Devil's Advocate.
Okay.
Put them down individual. Got it? I don't want to start giving orders out.
And after that one?
Battlefield Earth with John Travolta.
Well, you're starting to slow down a little bit, aren't you? Although I'm not going to knock Beaner Boy now that we got Swingin' Mo on there. Oh, brother. That made my week. Old Swingin' Monkey Nuts. The worst acting performance ever in a movie, Shaq O'Neal's got 33, but Sophia's still on his ass, boy. She's got her nose right in the crack from Godfather 3. Oh, 34 to 30 now for Shaq. I'll tell you, a basketball player with a good acting performance was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Airplane.
Right.
He was a panic.
Roger.
Didn't have to do much, but he was just a panic.
He was great.
Britney Spears from Cross Dress, 15. Bo Derek, Tarzan the Ape Man, 14. Who would ever believe on a poll on this show, on a heterosexual, male-dominated audience show, we'd be knocking Britney and Bo Derek back to back, side by each? Huh?
Yeah, I'd like to knock them.
But just because they looked good didn't mean necessarily they could act their way out of a paper sack.
And we don't care.
Maybe they could crawl their way out of a paper sack. See, I don't understand one thing. I know this sounds tacky, but I'm sick anyway. But if you look like Britney Spears, all she'd have to do is make like one porno movie, right?
Okay.
$50 million.
Sure.
Right? $50 million. In addition to which, a lot of her, like the Pepsi spots she did and a lot of her stage performances in the videos, she's about as close to being naked as you possibly can be, which is her whole shtick. She's a slut. Right. And, you know, one porno movie, $50 million. That's it. Have a great life.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Absolutely.
Whoever would finance that, in addition to which you watch a lot of these movies we've been watching, there is so much simulated sex on there, like Rules of Attraction, that they're just about doing it anyway.
You could charge $100 a ticket for the movie to get in to see it.
Easy. And as a matter of fact, that's a good poll question one of these days. Well, how much would you pay for a porno movie with Britney Spears? Huh?
Right.
I think that's of course, now some people can't afford the big bucks. Now, Beaner Boy,
$8.
That's all he can afford.
You're crazy, $8? You know what I can buy with $8?
And he'd have to borrow it from you, but maybe you could watch it together. Well, on different sides of the room.
Yeah, please.
Maybe he and Mo could watch it together.
If Mo had his brothers.
Maybe that's what Mo was trying to show you. Maybe he's trying to prove to you he's a real swinger. Let's see, Britney 15 for Crossdress, Bo Derek 14, Tarzan the Ape Man, Sly Stallone, Rhinestone 14, Vin Diesel, Fast and the Furious 11, Eli Wallach, Godfather 3 11. Maybe we could reason together. And it's not just the way he's delivering the line, but his gestures are just so ridiculous. You just have to laugh out loud, you know. I mean, here and that's in the scene where like they're doing the hit, they're having a big meeting, you know, in Atlantic City. And the chandelier starts shaking, you know, and it's a hit, and they're like firing from the helicopters, and it's a maybe one of the most serious scenes in the whole movie. And he's doing comedy. I thought we could reason together. Anyway, Elizabeth Berkley, Showgirl, she's got 11. Keanu Reeves in The Matrix 9. Sly Stallone, The Specialist 9. Vanilla Ice, Cool as Ice 7. Well, we just put that on there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, Joe versus the Volcano 6 in spite of violent protest by a Beaner boy.
Oh, yeah.
Al Pacino, Son of the Woman's got 5. I'm so ecstatic. I'm so delighted because I didn't even vote for that. That there are enough of you people out there with a brain to realize that that was just, you know, see, a lot of times people say, oh, well, it's Al Pacino. It couldn't possibly have been bad, you know.
Well,
a lot of people would have said the same about Eli Wallach. Right?
He was never great. What was he, like, great in? He never bothered me, but what was he like?
No, but he was never a bad actor.
Right,
You'd never say, oh, he was just awful. Like Madonna. He was never somebody you'd say, oh, if he's in a movie, I'm not going to go see it, or like Sly Stallone. But that was just, maybe he was just saving it up for them. He's got to be dead, isn't he?
Good question.
Well,
I don't think he is.
Really?
Really.
Try one more cannoli, sweetheart. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm a first-time caller. I was mainly calling basically to get advice from you. Been going through some really rough times lately, and it's kind of hard to talk about, but I'm going to spit it out. They've been together for about 26 years now, and just recently I was told that they're thinking about splitting up. And, 26 years that they've been together is just really a long time.
Your parents?
26 years, Neil.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to even say this, but
yeah.
For the fact that they're going to be splitting up after 26 years.
Yeah. How many years?
26.
I'll be damned.
And,
yeah.
I just really need to, what should I do about this? Why are they splitting up? What can I do? They're going to be there for 20.
Are you trying to like qualify for our poll today? Is that it? Is that what this is about?
No, I'm being serious, Neil.
Yeah. And my best suggestion is mind your own business. 5670560 pound 560. How many years were they together?
About 30, man.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Mind your own business. Butt out.
Please.
Find your own life. Here's a call from Miami. Hello. Miami.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
I think that was Reverend Jones. Yes, sir. How are you?
Good. How about Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber?
Who?
Jeff Daniels, Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber?
With Jim Carrey, yeah.
Okay.
And a good violent movie, Heat.
Okay, man.
Thank you.
See us. Got it down, Jeff Daniels, Dumb and Dumber? As in... Wasn't that the Greg Reed story?
Yeah.
I think so. Nice job on that morning show, by the way, Greg. If the audience thinks that we finally come up with a solution, man, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because if the Geldy stories are true, if what Pharrell was babbling about this morning turns out to be true, we got all kinds of complex crap going on, huh? In addition to which, you know what I was thinking during the last break? Here's Clarence, our program director, who just turned 30, going on about 12. Who's having a little bit of a life problem, he's like a little immature and he can't get laid and he's not a bad guy and he gets me my paycheck all the time on time, sometimes a day early.
All right.
But you bring a guy in like Pharrell, you make a big fuss of it, all the TV people you bring in, you make a big splash about it, and Clarence and Greg are obsessed with Pharrell. I mean, we like him, but they're beyond that. They're obsessed with him. So one of the first things you do is start putting out memos about no food in there. You follow what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, I got it.
To try to make him feel like he's brought into like a Gestapo. Like John Ashcroft is running the joint, something like that. Not a good idea, Clarence.
Well, that's
not a good way. And of course then, pulling a Greg Reed, Clarence very soon will be off to Omaha and be gone for several days, so he don't have to be there until the smoke clears,
Right.
Which is fine, because I'll be there next week and I'll be eating whatever the hell I want, which I'm not going to be eating a whole lot. But if we want Howie's to bring us in a bunch of bacon, guess what? Howie's will bring in a bunch of bacon, and the Beast ain't getting any of ours. Which one of the reasons that we aren't too crazy about the Beast no more? Came in and stole Boner Boy's bacon this morning.
Well, it didn't exactly go down that way.
What way did it go down?
It was part of like.
Did it go up?
Rectum.
It was what?
But he recaptured it.
Yes, I did.
Right out of his mouth.
Right.
I found it. He had hidden it in his little styrofoam stuff with all his other food. It was hiding in there, so I looked inside and
you yanked it right out of his mouth?
Yeah.
If I had to, I would have took his teeth in.
It's like a tug of war. Ever see two dogs fighting over a steak?
Now, he's a tub. He really is. I mean, we've had people in the building fatter, like Josh Friedman. He's gone, by the way. Josh Friedman, won't see him no more. And there have been people fatter, and certainly Fat Boy is fatter. But nobody is more of just a grub than the Beast. Although then there's always Zach, you know. Wow, can you imagine if that morning show could get paid by the pound?
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Got out WQAM, where the faggot is.
Hey, who you looking at?
Yeah, Sly is a nutcase. You can't look directly at him. You cannot look in his eyes. If you do, your job goes bye-bye. He'd say, when I come in a room, you leave it, you leave without turning around. It's no wonder they didn't last that long. His slice of love, first class kind of nut job. Cost these 5 guys their job, and now they're suing you and your wife. His slice of love, and if you speak to his mom, pack your bags 'cause you're gone. This kind of treatment just ain't right.
No.
You sliced alone.
Oi! Sliced alone is living proof that you could package cow crap and sell it to the American public if you just package it the right way. Just gussy it up a little bit.
Absolutely.
38 votes for Shaq O'Neal and Kazaam as the worst acting performance ever in a movie. Sophia Coppola, though, is still right on his ass, boy. The Godfather 3, 35. Britney Spears, cross-dress, 16. Bo Derek, Tarzan the Ape Man, 15. Sly Stallone and Rhinestone, 14. Vin Diesel, the Fast and the Furious and the Feces, 12. Elizabeth Berkley, Showgirls, 12. And Eli Wallach, Godfather 3, has got 12. Oh, look at that. He's only got 12 and Sophia's got 35. Not even a contest. Would you agree with that? Yeah. That's true. Well, see, I look at it a different way because I don't expect anything from her because she's not a real actress.
Okay, good point.
So if you start with no expectations, then she lives right up to it.
You're
But
right.
in his case, for a guy that's supposed to be a real actor, to ham it up like that and just absolutely disgrace himself. No wonder she gave him the goddamn cannoli. Anyway, here's a really good facts. 2 gruesome performances, Barbara Streisand and Yentl.
Oh, yeah.
Where she attempts to portray a young boy, an obvious vanity project for this complete megalomaniac, and you are...
Absolutely correct, sir.
Deborah Winger in The Sheltering Sky. Are we getting these down now, or am I just making sounds? Deborah Winger in The Sheltering Sky, one of the few films I've ever walked out of. The film also gives you the highly dubious pleasure of seeing her pie. Also, I've heard many of the fine films recommended to you recently. 2 from the 90s I didn't hear mentioned, which you might have missed, although one we just had that guy a little while ago. Heat.
Yeah.
Heat with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer, Ashley Judd, John Voight, Tom Sizemore. Very entertaining crime drama. Ashley Judd has one of the best scenes from any movie in recent years. Be careful not to get the film of the same name with Burt Reynolds. Oh, don't worry about that. Oh, no. We pushed our, Boogie Nights was fine. Nice going, Burt, and Deliverance. Those were his 2 movies worth seeing. Anything else, forget about it. Am I leaving anything out? Did he do any other movie worth seeing?
Stroke or Ace.
Like I said, Smokey and the Bandits, Part 1 through 100. L.A. Confidential with Guy Pearce and Russell Crowe, Kevin Spacey, James Cromwell, one of our greatest actors unknown to most folks, Danny DeVito and Kim Basinger, it says. So what I'm going to do is, you would agree with that, right?
L.A. Confidential is a definite must-see.
Okay, and Heat?
Heat, to me it was bland. It was a bland.
Yeah, it was good but long. It got slow in parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. There was nothing that much to it.
I give it an adequate.
Right.
Okay, well I'll cross that out. So I'm going to go out for sure today and get 3. L.A. Confidential, Usual Suspects, and Big Lewinsky. The Big Lewinsky. Okay?
Okay.
That's on my shopping list for right now. Because there's so damn many. There's so damn many of them in so little time. You see, that's something about guys that play golf. Right. Don't let me forget to ask him on Monday, Pharrell, about, when's the last time he's really seen a movie? Because guys that play a lot of golf, that's a lot of valuable movie watching time. Of course, watching a movie is sitting on your ass, which isn't good for you. And going out there playing golf is really great exercise. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil. How are you doing?
Sensational.
All right. I'm surprised nobody has ever mentioned Al Pacino in Scarface.
Yeah, comedy.
Yeah, I mean, the accent he tried to put on was
bad.
So bad it
really
was
bad.
worse.
Yeah, an Italian guy being a Spanish mobster, yeah.
He was horrible in that. And
Okay, we'll
so
put it down.
long, too.
He deserves it.
Anyway, the cop that you'll see in L.A. Confidential,
Yeah.
the one that's finally becomes a lieutenant with the glasses, he's an Australian. He's an Aussie.
Well, we won't hold that against him.
No, I know that, but I mean, in the movie, he doesn't even have a trace of it.
Russell
trace
Crowe?
of the accent, I mean.
Well, how about I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I talked about Jude Law and the talented Mr. Ripley, who's British and got a very heavy British accent, but in Mr. Ripley, he doesn't have any accent at all. He speaks perfect English.
Exactly.
I mean, like we do.
Yep.
Perfect American. Okay, thanks, pal.
Okay, man.
Jude Law is a damn good actor, okay?
Yes, he is. And
yes,
Enemy at the Gates with Jude Law is a true story and a good movie. And
Oh, I better put that down then, because I
It's,
crossed out Heat. Enemy at the Gates?
Yes. About the Nazis invading Stalingrad and the snipers.
Oh,
It's not about Jews.
But
Oh,
you're
there's
not
no
allowed,
Jews in it?
No.
You're not allowed to watch any of these movies until you watch Beautiful Mind and Snatch.
Beautiful Mind. I don't
Mind.
have, oh, that's right. I don't have Snatch yet. Do I?
No, I don't know.
I haven't found Snatch yet. Of course, I haven't been looking for it all that much. Enemy at the Gates, I'm crossing out. I got Usual Suspects, Big Lewinsky, and Snatch. What was the other one? L.A. Confidential. Right. I got those 4. How many can I watch like in one sitting, you know? Just give me a break here. Give me a break. Plus, I still got a whole crap load in there. What's that one, the Smelly Beast or something like that?
Oh, Sexy Beast, which I never saw. So
you never saw it?
You'll have to tell me if it's good.
Okay. Well, I mean, what do I know? I mean, based on your taste. Because if you didn't like Magnolia...
This is the Beast. A fat Jew.
567, he's disgusting. He really is. Hey, by the way, Beast, don't take it personal, but we're not too crazy about you anymore. We're onto you. See, we're onto him. That's what bugs me. We're onto his act. He even pulled it this morning just to come in there and steal your food. And now that he notices that we're getting along real good with Pharrell and we got a great crossover going and we're real happy to have him there. Now he's trying to suck back into us a little bit. See, after we kicked his ass out. Now he's trying to suck his way back in again to our good graces after he screwed our good friends at Balance for Life. Nice going there, Beast.
Radio chameleon.
Exactly. He's a radio chameleon, man, hopping from one room to another, pollinating everywhere he can, talking trash, and then going out and stabbing in the back like 2 feet down the hallway. That's the Beast. So I hope that clearance gets you good, sweetheart. I'll pay to see it. 5670560, pound 5.
I'll pay to miss it.
The worst acting performance in a movie ever was Shaquille O'Neal in Kazaam, 41, Sophia Coppola in Godfather 3, 38. Those two seem to be like way ahead of the pack. 50 lengths ahead. Brittany, Crossroads, 16. Bo Derek, Tarzan the Ape Man, 15. Sly Stallone, Rhinestone, 14. I mean, they're just, nobody else is even in the running out of damn near 255 votes. How's Eli Wallach doing? 12, a dozen, dirty dozen. Wasn't he in that?
I don't recall. He was in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He was the ugly.
Here's a call from Deerfield Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Got to put a vote in. It's probably late in the game, and this may not get a lot of votes, but Bruce Willis in Hudson Hawk. Not only one of the worst action performances, one of the worst movies ever made.
Well, don't forget, this poll stays up all weekend, so it's got a chance to get a lot of votes.
A complete waste of celluloid.
Okay.
I know you're only allowed one vote, but I also have to mention Dennis Rodman.
Denise was in a movie?
He was in a movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme called Double Team.
Oh.
Horrible.
Oh, my
Horrible.
God.
Run screaming in the opposite direction. Neil, you should rent Enemy at the Gates. Good movie. Good movie, and it wasn't just, what was the guy,
I don't rent them, I go and buy them. When you got the big bucks, you don't rent them, you know?
Who was the other guy?
Jude
George
Law,
O'Neill.
Ron Perlman.
Who played the other,
Ed Harris as the
Ed
Nazi
Harris.
sniper, yeah.
Excellent movie, Neil.
It's like
You'd
a duel between
I
the
just
two
wrote
of
it down again on my list. I'm going to get it this afternoon.
Check it out. It's definitely
Thanks,
worth,
Pally.
definitely
Thanks.
worth some time.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
There you go. Enemy at the Gates, Usual Suspects, Snatch, L.A. Confidential, and The Big Lewinsky. I sure hope that whatever that show she was on, I hope that's off already. Has it been canceled?
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
Oh. You see, maybe someday, if I live long enough to about 400, maybe somebody can explain to me why the president was the bad guy. And please don't tell me that she was so young because she bragged about it, that she was going with her presidential knee pads, that she was a slut, and she was getting ready to, service her president. So he's the bad guy, and he's almost gets impeached. He comes within an inch of getting convicted in the impeachment trial. And she's like a TV host. She's a celebrity. She's the victim. She's the poor, abused underling.
Right.
She's a slut.
Yeah.
That's all. And not only that, she's an unattractive slut.
And she's famous for it.
That's what I'm saying.
I just can't stand that slut.
Amen. Say it again.
I just can't stand that slut.
Oh, man. Fat, disgusting, nasty, foul. She saved the freaking blue dress with a cum stain on it. Nice going, sweetheart. That's a nice touch. She saved the blue dress.
That's a souvenir. He autographed it.
Oh, bitch. 26 past 1 at 560 WQM. Hey, if you own a home and you have a nice pool, there's nothing worse on a hot summer's day than going out in the backyard to take a nice refreshing dip, and you take a look at the pool and you want to puke your guts out. It's like watching Train Spotting. It's stained, it's dirty, maybe even got cracks in it, and the pool too. Well, your pool doesn't have to be a mess, no mo. Call our good friends at Atlantic Marcite and let them perform a miracle for you. Atlantic Marcite specializes in refinishing pools, bringing it back to life and making them look brighter and more colorful than ever before. And now Atlantic Marcite's got something new and even more exciting than ever before. It's called Atlantic Blue Bright. For over 12 years, Atlantic Marcite's beautified pools with the ever-popular Diamond Bright, and now the makers of Diamond Bright have developed Atlantic Blue Bright exclusively for our friends at Atlantic Marcite. Atlantic Blue Bright leaves your pool with a richer, more colorful appearance unmatched by anything on the market anywhere. In fact, it's going to look so spectacular, so shiny and beautiful that your friends, neighbors, and everybody in the hood will think you got a brand new pool. Licensed and insured, a real construction company. They don't use like subcontractors who just came off a banana boat raft and have like a little pickup truck. They use only full-time employees. Atlantic Marcite is family-owned and operated. Thousands of people all over South Florida trust them and love them because they do such a great job for you. They serve Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties, too. Atlantic Marcite also does expert deck renovations, no matter how big your deck is. Custom lighting, pool heating, exotic water features, too. So really enjoy this summer and all year long right in your own backyard. Call Atlantic Marcite today. Toll free, it's 1-800-558-8883. And be sure to tell them that Ancient Neil told you to call. 1-800-558-8883. Atlantic Marcite really is your pool's best friend.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Friday, you bastards.
The process of cloning has always been extremely controversial. It began in 1997 when scientists cloned Dolly the sheep. Since that time, millions of dollars and countless laboratory hours later, scientists at the University of Idaho are reveling in another incredible cloning breakthrough. It's the world's first cloning of a mule. Scientists now say, based upon this incredible success, they have plans to clone other asses. Whitney Houston, Mike Tyson,
I broke my back.
Rosie O'Donnell,
Little Willie Willie won't.
Monica Lewinsky,
I was some sick, deranged person.
Bill and Hillary Clinton.
I experimented
Very
with marijuana a time or two, and I didn't like it.
That certainly is what I tried to do.
Ass cloning.
Oop. 131. Boy, he had everybody in there that I just got through talking about, including the big Lewinsky. So you just emailed me more of these pictures?
Not just.
Oh, a while ago? You just didn't tell me about it. Some of them are like, I don't know, they're just kind of sitting there not doing anything yet. I'll take a peek at them. Don't forget, this is the deadline this weekend for Hot Couples Contest number 3, and you could win yourself a trip for 2, either the Bahamas or Jamaica, all depend. You can read all the details on our website right above Squirrely Mo. And then Monday morning at 10, we close the entry box. We close the box. And then we move on to the voting, right?
Right.
Speaking of the voting, 44 votes for Shaquille O'Neal and Kazaam, 38 for Sophia, 39 now for Godfather 3. Everybody else small potatoes. Here's a call from Lake Worth. Hello.
Hi, Neil. Here's my nomination for worst performance ever in a movie.
Yes, sir.
O.J. Simpson in The Naked Gun.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because a little while ago during a break I was thinking about him and I couldn't think of any of the movies he's been in. I mean, his performances are always wooden and they slay me, but I couldn't think of one that was in. Naked Gun.
Well, here's the thing about that movie is that for 90% of it he was in a coma and he somehow managed to screw that up.
Damn it.
One more thing, Neil. Jessica Aguirre, smelly bitch.
Well, you know, OJ had to come out of the coma because he had a whole bunch of things that he had to do. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Well, like maybe
kill some people.
Yeah. So let's get that down. O.J. Simpson, Naked Gun.
Got it.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. How'd Joe Costello do out there at Verizon today? Any report?
No.
Oh. He ain't speaking to me now anyway. Yeah, and Beaner Boy, forget about that. He'll never speak to you.
Doesn't already.
Here's Davey. Hello.
Yeah, I think the worst performance in the best movie was Steve-O in Jackass the movie. And if you're going to see any movie this weekend, you should wear in Jackass the movie.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, do that right now.
Yeah. Oh, God. 5670. I mean, why would I even dignify that with a comment, huh? Why would I respond? Would I respond?
No. The guy that called during another movie poll and said the same crap.
Oh, yeah? Well, he's telling us he's got the mentality of a 10-year-old. What can I tell you? He's in a time warp. He's like Boca Brian, only on the opposite end. Here's a call from, what is it? Hollywood.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh, that's a good one.
I wrote it down.
Wrote what down?
Their suggestion.
Here's Fort Lauderdale. Oh, you mean the beat? Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello. What the hell was that?
Me.
Fort Lauderdale.
Hello, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when are you going to stop this movie business? It's been going on a week. You know, we've been listening to you a lot of years, and
Yeah.
It seems like you're on this movie kick. You know,
Yeah.
we enjoy your program, but I think enough is enough. Look
Yeah.
how many votes you got on the survey. Don't come up to anything else you've ever done.
What about the first hour when we had the first 2 hours when we had 400 votes on how you rate your parents? See, you're leaving those out. You're leaving those out, my friend.
All right, I'm just giving my opinion, Neil. Still going to listen to you. You're the greatest. But
Okay, thanks.
Enough is enough with this movie business.
Thanks for the schlock, pal.
Yeah, bye.
Have a great day. Yeah. Thanks for the stab. He's still going to listen, but enough. No, it's not enough. We'll be done when I'm done. When I'm tired of it. He's still going to listen. He just got through telling me that. In addition to which, many a day on these movie polls, we've had like 1,500 votes, which we never have on an overnight poll. On a weekend, 1,500 is a spectacular response. Plus, since he's an expert on the stats on our website now, I hate to break the news to him, but the last 2-3 weeks in a row, we break the record for most hits every week. And, let me just tell you this right now, once they get a chance to see Swingin' Mo, we're going to break him this weekend again, too. I have that feeling, don't you?
Yep.
I can feel it in the pit of my sack. I mean, here's a guy that waits all of that time. Well, when are you going to quit this already? When are you going to stop? When are you going to stop? We can't stop. We like you, but we don't want anything. And, of course, if I would have asked him that magical question.
All right.
I mean, I didn't even waste, you notice I didn't even waste my time with that.
Right.
Like, what else would you like us to talk about? I mean, we finally latched down to something here that we haven't talked about for a long time. We've spent it's about not just a week, but at least about 3 weeks on it. And what's the big problem with that? Life is not going to disappear. We still got plenty of time to talk about other crap. I mean, we could talk about ball games. We could talk about the Marlins, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Jesus Christ, give me a break, man. We could talk, sit here and change the world and talk about how W is a fascist and John Ashcroft is an even bigger fascist and the yada yada yada. But, we already know that. Look on our website. Read some of the good crap on there, okay? It's on there every day, including a great feature story that's going to be on there for several days. Conservatism, Here Today, Gone Tomorrow by Dennis Rakonen. It's a sensational piece, if you ask me. Just amazing about South Florida. Here's a guy that likes the show. He loves me. He'll listen regardless, but he's got to make my back bleed. He's got to give me like a little bloody spot. I already had like a little bloody spot from that damn ingrown hair, but my left nut has healed up. You'll be very pleased to know, sir, my left testicle has healed up very nicely from the ingrown hair, okay? Yeah, it's fine. Here's a call from Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hi, I have a few movie recommendations.
Well, how about recommendations?
Well, yeah, like if you like Requiem for a Dream, you'll love Emily. It's a French movie.
Emily?
Emily with an A.
Oh, Emily.
Yeah. Also, it's a horrible movie.
I thought that's something you put in your crankcase.
Repo Man.
What is it?
Repo Man with Emilio Estevez.
Okay.
It's the worst movie you'll ever see. And worst actor, Weird Al in UHF.
Okay, thanks. I have no idea what he just said. I mean, he just, said a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Are any of those a response to our poll question?
No.
No, but he did say Emily. Don't you put that in your crankcase to, improve your oil thing?
Would have been better if you had instead of watched it.
Oh. Okay, so I'm crossing, and of course, Repo Man, that's one that you wouldn't watch.
I watched it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Could you relate to it?
It's weird. It's strange. It's supposed to be.
I see. 5670560, pound 560 on it. You know, look at the vote total, man. Isn't anywhere near what we usually have. Only 283 votes since about 12:15 since this thing went up there. 48 for Shaq O'Neal and Kazaam, 42 for Sophia Coppola and Godfather 3, and then Brittany and Bo Derek are like side by each. They're in lockstep, cheek to cheek. And that's it, with only 16 apiece. It's a two-horse race so far. I still say she wins by a big nose. We still love you, but we don't like what you're doing. No matter what it is, we don't care what it is you're talking about. We're unhappy with it. We're disgusted. Enough already with this, okay? Talk about something interesting. Talk about the notch.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Disgusting program. I urge everyone to complain to this station.
Good morning, Americans. It's Paul Harvey. Stand by for news. Charles Stewart and his son Andrew of Fort Myers, Florida, go into the Publix grocery store when they happen upon the condom aisle. Andrew asks his father why there are so many different boxes of condoms. Charles replies, well, you see, son, that 3-pack over there, that's for when you're in high school. You have 2 for Friday night and 1 for Saturday night. His son Andrew asks, well, what's the 6-pack for? His dad replies, well, that's for when you're in college. Son, you have 2 for Friday night, 2 for Saturday night, and 2 for Sunday morning. Then Andrew asks his father, what's the 12-pack for? His father replies, well, that's for when you're married, son. You have 1 for January, 1 for February. Now, page 2. Abigail and Reginald Lowry of Wichita, Kansas, returned from their honeymoon, and it was obvious to everyone that they were not speaking to one another. The groom's best man, Don Fields, takes him aside and asks, what's wrong? Well, said Reginald, when we had finished making love the first night, as I went to the bathroom, I put a $50 bill on the pillow without thinking. Well, you shouldn't worry too much about that, said Don. I'm sure your wife will get over it soon. She certainly can't expect that you've been saving yourself all these years. Reginald nodded and said, I don't know if I can get over this, though. She gave me $20 change. Paul Harvey. Good day.
He's a panic, you know what?
He's still alive. He's still doing it.
He's still on the air. What do you mean is he still alive? He's still got his studio in the basement in Chicago, and he's still doing that show every goddamn day.
Yep. You used to have to play him.
He's about 145 now.
And
Good
still
day.
Interesting.
I beg your pardon?
And still occasionally interesting.
You know, Joe Costello is a really big football fan, and it really just breaks my heart to see somebody come along and stab him right through the heart. You know what I mean?
No.
I'll let him have a game or two.
You don't have to do that. Look, he's a big star now. He can afford his own damn tickets. This is a disturbing story from Cape Carnival. NASA's trying to identify a small object spotted floating outside the International Space Station yesterday, according to a report. Astronaut Ed Lu spotted the object outside the window of the U.S. laboratory and took pictures of it. Local 6 news partner Florida Today reported. This is Channel 6 in Orlando. Ground controllers are analyzing Lu's photos, but don't yet have enough information about the object's direction of travel to determine from whence it came. The object, which is moved out of sight, is likely from the station itself, according to the report. Or maybe, just maybe, it might be a flying sausage, you think?
No.
No.
Do you know how many thousands of pieces of space junk we have floating around us that we put there?
Oh, yeah, there's just all kind of crap out there. Now, what is this thing that you just faxed me? This
email from the Hank Goldberg Show's personal private email that I went in, hacked my way in, downloaded, printed up, and sent to Neil Rogers. Me, George Rodriguez, sent it to Neil.
And I saw him do it.
Yeah. Well, here's one that says, I'm not usually one to write to my congressman, or in this case to a radio show host, but you, Pharrell, said something there that I could not ignore. I don't understand. It's on Hank's website, but it's addressed to Pharrell. Am I right? The message is Pharrell. Anyway, it says you were telling the story of the pregnant lady who fell 2 stories onto some sort of audio equipment and commented the baby was okay, but you said, I hope she dies. I guess you want that child to grow up without a mother. I understand there has to be some shock or other distinguishing feature which separates you from your peers, but this was a stupid, low-life, classless remark that showed me just how much of a scumbag you are. What if it were my wife? What if it were Geldy's wife or a friend's wife that you have many friends? What? Or not, friends, there's no punctuation. Not that you have many friends. Even if you made the whole story up, it still shows how classless you are. Is wishing a pregnant mother death going to increase ratings? Nope, you just lost at least 2 listeners, probably more. Since they changed the schedule to accommodate you, have been turned off by your ugly, clear your throat already, raspy voice, and I'm convinced that I'll never listen to your repulsive show again. Hank and others will do what we do to get rid of this POS, piece of Schmidt. That's why they sent this to Hank. Also, here's another email. It says, I want to book Mozo for my child's 3rd birthday. Outstanding.
What time?
Here's Chronic Tim in Primitive Pine says, I got them all beat. The worst ever, Lou Ferrigno and Hercules. You want to put that on there?
Whatever.
I can't stand Lou Ferrigno.
No.
Makes me nauseous. Lou Ferrigno and Hercules, get it on there, man. It's a 2-horse race. There's no point in looking at the other ones. Although Sly Stallone has moved into a tie with Bo Derek and with Brittany for Rhinestone, 16 votes. But the top 2 are like so far ahead of everybody else. The worst acting performance ever in a movie, Shaquille O'Neal in Kazaam, 51. Sophia Coppola, Godfather 3, 46. And everybody else, the next highest is 16. Small potatoes. And if we were talking about something important today like Mahjong, we'd have thousands of votes. You know what?
Oh, man.
Word for the fact that you sucked me in all this goddamn movie crap.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice in the middle of talking about movies, did one person call today and say anything about Gregory Peck?
No.
No. Gentleman's Agreement, To Kill a Mockingbird, Spellbound, Moby's Dick. What the hell's wrong with you people, man? Gregory Peck, 87, one of the great actors of all time. And you see, the problem is that except for movie buffs like George and old farts like me, nobody out there knows from Gregory Peck. Right? Yeah, Beaner Boy, what do you know about Gregory's Peck?
Tiny?
No, seriously, you don't know from Gregory Peck. Have you ever seen a movie with him in it?
To Kill a Mockingbird?
You did see To Kill a Mockingbird.
Tamaka Killing Bird?
Yeah, now you think that black guy did it or not?
He just needed to bust up the shifter robe.
It doesn't require a response. It was just a little joke, okay? See, now the same person that sent that fax to Hank about Pharrell, now they're going to be sending one about me. See, the same old crap. Well, he said that the guy done it. We know he didn't do it. It's just a joke. And then, of course, there was that one about anti-Semitism, Gentleman's Agreement, right?
Right.
You saw that?
Mm-hmm.
Beaner Boy?
A long time ago.
Yes. No, you didn't. So now here's some homework for you. Start watching some of the older stuff with some really great actors, okay? It's great that you're up to date on all these recent movies the last few years. That's fine. That's great. It's very helpful.
Well, I haven't been alive that long.
That's the point. That's the point. Look at all you got to catch up on, see? Right?
Yeah.
I bet you didn't even see Rain Man. Did you?
Who's in that?
You see what I mean? Now we're starting to get to the bottom of this. Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Expert. And they're like giving me a bunch of crap, and deservedly so, because I come on here admitting I don't know too much about this, which is something that I can learn from, and everybody else as well.
Kmart sucks.
Right, you didn't see that movie.
What,
George just hold up a line. Did he write that down and hold it up for you?
Right, hand signals.
Favorite scene was when he's bouncing his head against the wall because the alarm's going off.
How about The Hospital with George C. Scott?
That one I haven't seen.
It's on my list, by the way, on our website. It's on my list. Another Patty Chayefsky piece of brilliance, okay? Absolute brilliance. And if you look it up in my bone book, it's got 4 big fat bones, okay? Even Mo would be jealous.
My and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Friday, you bastard.
People want me to be wary. They're just jealous of my fella. Shut up, I won't hear what they're telling.
I can't believe you want to marry Ben Affleck. Ain't you had enough of writing alimony checks? But don't you know that Ben Affleck's so flaming? Hold on, baby, he's already married to Matt Damon.
Well, he's honky, my love funky. So just leave us alone. 'Cause we're good. About him I am not. Yeah, we're good. He loves me and my butt was so good. I won't sign up prenup, 'cause he makes more than me. Right? Ben's that guy and I'm so glad.
That's a real dud, girl, just another Chris Judd.
Shut your mouth, you're making me mad.
Just like his movies, this marriage will be bad.
But I don't wanna be alone.
He's a spoiled kid from Boston, just leave that boy alone.
Now we both want to get him.
It'll work out just fine.
Oh, yeah.
155, 560 WQM. I just saw the other pictures there of Ian and what's her name?
Yeah.
So I guess you'll pick out whichever one that we want to put on there?
We'll pick it.
Well, see, but that's the problem when people send us more than one picture, and then, you know, you guys have to pick out one that's going to be on there, and then they'll have to live with the results of that. See what I'm saying? But I'm sure you'll do a fair job, and you pick out the one that's the most erotic and exotic.
Right.
It's going to be interesting this time, I think. No, seriously, because the first time it was a foregone conclusion. We had the one virtually, well, no, they were naked. The one naked couple spread out in the sack. And then we had the other couple of the two models, Aaron and Amy, who obviously were, if they weren't going to win, were like right on somebody's ass. And they did win. But this time I think it's an open battlefield. Unlike our poll, 2-horse race, worst acting performance ever in a movie was Shaquille O'Neal, Kazaam, 51 votes. Sophia Coppola, Godfather 3, 48. And that's it. Next highest total is still only 16. This is our last movie show for this month, okay? You hear what I just said?
I heard it.
No, seriously. Because I don't want to get that guy all upset. Plus, there are many others out there who are like foaming at the mouth. My God, you've been going on for weeks with this crap. Well, we had a good time with it. I did. And look at all the money I was able to spend and put into the economy up here, which they needed. Badly. All the SARS-free movies that I was able to go out and buy. I think it's spectacular. Nice job, Neil. Thank you. And you actually learned something, as opposed to, well, gee, you think the Yankees can win the pennant? You know, the kind of crap that's on so much of the day. It just, it makes my teeth ache. It makes my bones rattle. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. So don't let me forget Monday if I even mention a movie. Although I probably will have to mention if I went out and bought these. Any of the,
right.
I'll tell you off the air. Off the air. Okay. Not on the air. We draw the line right here at 2 o'clock. When the little hand hits the big hand, we draw the line. Because on Monday, I think we're going to start doing sports talk.
All right.
Here's a call from Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Great.
Hey, I love the movie shows. Keep doing it, man. I don't care. But I've got two really disgusting performances to give you.
Okay.
One was filmed in Miami. Was Jimmy Stewart in Airport 77, which was just pitiful. And the other one, I guess I would say, you said O.J. already, but O.J. in Towering Inferno had to be worse.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
He was
brutal.
It was ugly. That was his first role, I think, if I remember.
It was
right.
a killer, yeah.
So, but yeah, keep going with the movie shows.
Okay.
Hang in there. Have a good
Thanks.
weekend.
You too. See, there you go. There's a guy who says he likes it, so that evens it out. The other older guy, and this guy seemed like under the age of 100. Now, the other guy's okay. He just is grouchy, you know. He's upset that it rains every day, and there's like mosquitoes the size of bowling balls, and it's humid and 100 degrees in the shade, and he's upset about that. And nobody goes to the Marlins games, and nobody cares about it, and all of these things. Just like, you know, Pharrell, who's, a good guy, but he just, and then he finally admitted, you notice the end of our crossover this morning, he admitted he's jealous. I guarantee, I bet you Carlos's salary for the next 10 years, at least $50, I'll bet you that much that he wishes he could do the show from someplace else. Because even though he's only been there a short period of time, I'll tell you a lot, it says a lot about South Florida when the most exciting thing you have to do every day after your work is to go out and play golf with a silly old man like Mo. What does that tell you? Yeah, I think that speaks volumes. And he finally admitted that he's jealous of this kind of a deal. He only wishes he could still be in New York and do the show every day from there. Wouldn't you think?
One would think.
One would certainly think so. I mean, if you had a choice.
Anywhere. Almost.
Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Bus and Delray, I love your show. Can you play
Thank
Sitting
you.
on a Bus and Delray for my old hammy ankle grandfather in Delray?
What the hell was that? What was that? Could I please play for his old Jaime uncle or grandfather sitting on a bench in Delray? No, we don't have time to play sitting on a bench in Delray for your old Jaime uncle or anybody else. We're out of time. Well, now we're going to do our big crossover with the Mad Dog. Now, you see, the way I look at it is 4 hours isn't enough. Pharrell's only got a 2-hour show, but 4 hours is more than enough for me. Wouldn't you think?
Jizz.
In fact, now that we see all these other 2-hour shows, including some guys that show up like once in a while, like whenever the hell they feel like it. Yeah. I'm starting to get jealous.
That was funny.
See, what it basically boils down to is everybody saw the good deal that I had, and now everybody's trying to they're taking my advice. Less work, more pay. So they're like trying to one-up each other, you know? So Hank is down to 3 hours, gets the same pay. He's on till the Marlin games, which a lot of days at 6:30. Some days he's not on at all, hardly, or like a half an hour. And now the Mad Dog sees all of that going on. He says, well, I'll show you guys a thing or two. I got like an ace in a hole, you know? My ace in a hole, Joe Rose. So, I just won't show up some days, and some days we'll put that ace hole on there. Don't forget, Monday morning, crucial morning, will Geldy show up or not?
Bye. The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
I got nothing.